Hello.
Oh, hello, MzQueeb. I thought I would have you here as emotional support.
You need emotional support.
It's a very difficult game.
You just want me to like up the number of hours of Noita that I've seen.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you've watched 1,000
Because
hours or 2,000 hours. You're still going to say, "I have no idea what's going
well, I
on."
don't. I don't. Like this whole like wand business, like yeah, okay, I understand you build a wand. I don't know what components. Like if you threw me into the game and you're like, "Okay, play." I would know that each little scene or whatever regenerates and I have to go in the circle portal thing and I have to make wands and sometimes different wands help with different things and sometimes I drop a bomb and I have to ploop 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 when I'm like swimming up in the air.
Sorry.
But
Ploop, ploop, ploop. What's that?
ploop 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 like that's the noise that he makes when he goes in the water when he swims in the air ploop ploop ploop.
Ploop, ploop, ploop. Hello,
And then
casually. Hello. Good evening. You've reached us at a very unusual time in our lives.
so I just like I don't you know
What are we
like
collecting here? What is this?
see I don't
Slush. This is slush, MzQueeb.
well I don't know what the fuck that is.
Neither do I. I love the color of it though. Look at the flask at the top left. It's such a peaceful blue. I dig it.
That's blue.
What the fuck else would you call it?
It looks gray.
Blue gray.
I'm doing my best here, god damn it. I had a day. Sleep, thank you for the compliment about my voice. I'm a little craggy. I haven't really talked a lot today. I screamed at Loaf, but I haven't talked a lot.
Fucking loaf.
He attacked my shoelace and he would not let go. And then fucking Murphy of all fucking snakes. No, we're talking about a dog.
No. Loaf is our dog.
Murphy tried to hang himself in his enclosure.
The same thing Huxley did a while back. Got his head stuck in the top bit.
Underneath the enclosures there are, I mean, basically it's like a framework to hold there's two little, I don't know, like hatches that you can open so you can access the enclosure from the top, right? So you have the two enclosures the two openings on the top, and then you have the two doors. And Huxley, coincidentally,
Zoe.
Huxley and Murphy have the same type of tank. It's the same manufacturer, so this just tells me I'm never buying this kind again. Faye has an Exoterra, and she doesn't have this problem, so it's a Zoo Med problem, not an Exoterra. We have two dogs. We have Loaf, who is... he is 10 months old today. Tomorrow. 10 months old tomorrow. So that's cool. Zoe is gonna be 7 on July 4th. I know, right? So anyway, last year, Huxley tried to hang himself in the little framework underneath the lid of his enclosure. They're like these. It's just like a framework.
He got stuck.
Tracks. He got stuck.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Twice, 2 different times.
They're very inquisitive, and their heads are bigger than I assume.
I don't know how it works with other colubrids or other snakes, but at least for ball pythons, if there is an opening, they will try to go through it.
Do snakes fart? Does someone want to link the video?
Yeah, if someone could link one of the many videos on YouTube,
they may not know what the video is.
It's revolting. I will find one.
The face they pull when they do.
They look and they sound like ducks. Hold on, I will
Find a one, MzQueeb. Yeah.
There you go. Please enjoy this. Turn your sound up. So Huxley got himself caught in the tracks. I was able to get him out. He was like very freaked out by it, and then literally the very next day he did it again. However, since then it hasn't happened because so what they'll do is they're actually strong enough to stand up and stretch to the top of their tanks. Oh, sweetie, that's a real sound. That is not fakery. That is a real sound. Our children make those noises, and they make the faces. It sounds like a duck, right? It's like a duck.
I've never witnessed one of our kids doing it, but yeah.
It's shameful almost. Hi, Broken. How are you? It's so true. I'm sorry. They do it so quickly that I can't like get my phone to record fast enough. But seriously, there's tons. Like literally, have fun enjoying those.
Face they make, it's like that's a human face.
And that's actually one of the faces we wanted to get an emote of. We haven't yet found someone to recreate that beautifullness. Right. So anyway, what they'll do is they will stretch up, and like Huxley, for instance, at the time he was like maybe 3 feet long. His tank is like 18 inches high. So he would stand up at the top, and he's, sniffing around and just trying to stick his nose in places where it shouldn't be, and he got caught. And the first time he had his activity ball under him, so he was able to at least prop himself up so he wasn't putting so much weight on his neck. The second time, it was a panicked moment because he pushed the ball away and he wasn't able to get his lower body on the ball. Like he quite literally tried to hang himself. So imagine me this afternoon, rather, I literally checked on the snakes. I took Zoe out. We were outside maybe 15, 20 minutes. We came back in. Murphy was in that very same position, nothing under him. And I actually took video of it to prove, like I felt like I needed to prove that this happened. So I do have like 10 seconds of video of him hanging there. And then I was able to pop open his hatch on the top and pop him out, and he was fine. And he was actually so freaked out that I held him for about 5 to 10 minutes, which we have not handled him. He's kind of been in his little quarantine mode.
I've held him once for like 3 minutes or so.
So I held him. I was wearing my sweatshirt. I was wearing my gloves because I'm still kind of jumpy. Held him in the bedroom with McQueeb, and then I went to put him back in his tank, and he would not get off of my hand. So I just kind of like sat there with hunched over, standing there propped up on the desk with my hands inside his enclosure, waiting for him to get off of my hands.
Maybe that's why Huxley is as friendly as he is. Like he sees you as his savior.
I saved him.
Interesting.
Zoe is actually me or Zoe? I am literally 5 feet away from McQueeb. And yeah. And Zoe, coincidentally, Zoe happens to be in between both of us. Like on the floor. So yeah, so that was fun doing that. I dealt with more NPC bullshit today with prescription bullshit.
You might need to explain NPC bullshit, because you used that for the first time with me yesterday. I had no idea what you're talking about. I kind of understood based on the situation we were in, but
when I say that something is NPC bullshit, it's meaningless bullshit that there is literally no reason for it to happen other than the fact that NPCs are getting off their paths and there's fuckery afoot. Like, for instance, I needed to go pick up a prescription for Queeb. Right? At the old pharmacy, at Walgreens. Let's go ahead and out them because they're fuckheads. Don't use Walgreens. So he had previously gotten this prescription filled, but they didn't give him the full month. They only gave him
They didn't have enough in stock.
So they gave him what they did, and they said, come back and get the rest of it. So he texts me, hey, can you go by Walgreens? And they said that the prescription's ready. Well, Ravel, god damn you, I love it. That is perfect.
Actually, I need to take some culpability there myself. They never said that. I assumed.
Well, we know what assumptions do, don't we?
They make an ass out of Yumi and myself.
Yes.
And Irene. Hello, Crow.
So I went, and in his message, he's like, they should have it listed that it was a partial. So I went to Walgreens. This is all superfluous bullshit. You can mute me if you want. I don't give a shit. I'm just venting. And I have to wait for someone to talk to me. She's literally standing right there, and she's having a gossip session with someone. It's fine, whatever. I'm in my car. I'm okay. And she finally turns to me and asks me what I need. And she's like, baby, I don't have any prescriptions for you. Okay. I was here to pick up like this one prescription. She's like, no, I don't have that. Okay. Do you have at least that it was a partial fill, and I need to come back to get what's owed? And instead of answering the question, the response was, well, you have to wait 30 days because you came and picked it up at the end of December. First of all, I don't go to Walgreens anymore. Fuck Walgreens. They could suck my dick. I haven't been to Walgreens in like 3 months. That's neither here nor there. So she keeps saying, you came and picked it up. I'm like, look, lady, I haven't picked it up. All I know is what I was told. And my question does it say that it was a partial fill? And she can't answer the question. It's literally stupid NPC bullshit. I'm asking you a question. You can't do it. So obviously you are an NPC that you've gotten off your path. We've all seen Westworld. We know what happens to, things that get off their paths. I'm just saying, she needs a reset.
I haven't seen Westworld.
Tuna, how are you? I like that emote. It's very cool. Donkey Jim, god damn it, hi. Is there a way to force a snake to get off you when they begin to death grip and not let go, or do you have to accept the time as a loss until they are ready? Always have hand sanitizer, like alcohol hand sanitizer with you. I would say the gel, not the spray. And if you do the spray, like literally, it will literally take just one. But you want to make sure that you aim the nozzle close, but angle it so it's not going to spray in their nose, because when they let go, they do not like the smell of alcohol. Running water, I mean, yeah, you could kind of like stick your hand under a running faucet, but alcohol will absolutely work every single time. Literally just a tiny little dab of hand sanitizer and rub it near their nose. I
think the water might scare them more than anything, but
exactly.
the hand sanitizer actually shocks them. It repulses them.
Mm-hmm. Now, if one of them bites you, you never want to pull your hand away because their teeth are angled towards the inside of their mouth, so you will rip your skin. So, yeah, don't do that. Just grab like a tiny little dot of hand sanitizer and you're good. For the actual grip itself, like if they haven't bitten you and they're just gripping, time. That's kind of why I've started wearing gloves whenever I handle the babies, especially Ripley, because she does that fucking death grip. And she did it on Queeb's hand and we couldn't get her off of his hand. And so Queeb is like, get her off, get her off, get her off. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, she's really stiff. If I pull too hard, I could break a rib. I could even break her spine. So I can't do that. I'm sorry. And it was literally a waiting game. So now when I handle at least the babies, I try to wear long sleeves, I wear gloves, just in case that happens. That way I can at least take the glove off and she's good. Westworld season 1 was amazing. Season 2, yeah. Season 3, huh? And then apparently, like, there's a new season. I thought it was done, but there's like a new season of it. I do believe that you could, in theory, watch season 1 and leave it at that, and you might have a few questions, but you're not gonna get any answers. Still, you don't even really get answers until like midway through season 3, right? Would you guys agree with me?
I've heard it's good. I mean, MzQueeb didn't shut up about it when it was on.
It is super good. One of my favorite scenes of all time in a TV show or a movie, and it's easily a top 10 scene, is towards the end of the season 1 finale, and I will not spoil it, but it is the look on Ed Harris's face at the very end. It's one of the closing shots where he realizes what's going on, and his face is just brilliant. Like you finally understand what the entire season was about for him. I think the most fun I had was it on, it would have been YouTube, maybe Tumblr-ish posts, but a lot of it was, oh no, I just remembered, it was there's a Westworld Facebook group. I think it's called like Westworld shitposting, or at least it was something like that. So what they did during season 1 and season 2 is they broke it down per episode, and there were like 4 or 5 working theories as to what the hell was going on. One of them ended up being correct. And then in season 2 or 3, another one ended up being correct. It was really interesting because, I don't know, when I watch a show, even a movie, a video game, whatever, it's very difficult for me to blindly watch it, and I think it's because I hate to say Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones just kind of fucked me over. There was so much going on with it.
But you wouldn't know that if you started Game of Thrones seasons 1 through 7, right?
So number 1, I don't acknowledge the last season. I refuse to acknowledge that it happened. It was a fever dream. It had to have been. There is no other answer for it. There were
1 through 6, my apologies.
So I am a woman. I was born a woman. I present as a woman. I live as a woman, etc., and so on. When something has so much fucking violence towards women in it, it's literally in your face the whole fucking time, right?
I've heard it's excessive in that show, yeah.
And on one hand, if it were true to the books, okay. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to be happy about it. And my personal belief, my opinion, and it's not one that is up for debate, is that if it does not move the story at all in a cohesive manner, then I don't want to see it. Even if it's like, oh, she became who she was, like she became a superhero because of this traumatic event that happened to her. I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. I think it's the easy way out for a lot of writers, and that is fine. Okay. So watching a lot of that sort of violence play out in the show, I didn't like it, but I understood, okay, yeah, it's in the books. And then come to find out, like, a lot of the stuff wasn't in the books because I haven't read the books. I just read the while watching I would simultaneously read the storylines on the book wiki as well as the show wiki, just so I could understand everything that was going on. And the number of sex scenes or violent sex scenes or abuse scenes that happened that were not in the book, that had no business being in the show, and it was literally like, just it got to a point where it was too much. It was too fucking much. It was too much. That is Graham, not just the show. I've read the books that are out. That is my opinion. Male characters that don't need sort of trauma to be good, so you're right, it's lazy and all. But it's like just fucking right. Right. Sopranos was one of the best series of all time. How many times did they rely on violently, a woman or anybody for that matter? There was no need for it. Granted, it's kind of like a different context, I understand, but there's no need for it. There's no need. Hi, Ari, how are you? Part of the problem season 2, they tried to replicate season 1 with their opinions. Casually is correct about Westworld. It felt like 3 different series, to be honest. Like, it was very odd. Tuna is watching Witcher season 2 now. I have not watched it. I know I keep saying I am going to, but I realize that I need to binge season 1 again. Just because I haven't read the books, I haven't played the game, I've forgotten a lot, so I want to like refresh my memory. The main issue with season 7 and 8 is that the showrunners had a much more loose path to follow. Without that path, they got bored with the show. Exactly. Like, Elemental.
Yo, dude. Thank you so much for the raid, man.
Thank you for the raid. Thank you. I did hear a theory, and I don't know if
and a T3 sub for 9 months, dude.
Okay, girl. Thank you. I don't think it was just a theory. I think it was actually written in and they filmed scenes for it. Supposedly, one of the potential storylines was that Daenerys was, the reason why she looked so haggard in the last season was that she was pregnant with Jon's kid. And that the reason why he killed her, it wasn't just because she was fucking bad shit. It was in addition to her being bad shit, they made a baby. So it was like a whole thing. I'm kind of glad they didn't go that route. I'm very thankful, because then it would have been like, crazy pregnant lady, and instead of just crazy lady. Did not like The Sopranos. Watched 3 seasons. Did not get the hype about it. Sopranos was something that took me several watches. It took me several watches to actually like it. I still can't watch the whole arc with Adriana turning to the feds. I still can't watch it just because of how it ends for her, and it's just, I don't know.
It's Adriana. She went to the feds.
Oh, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends. The Wire, I have yet to watch The Wire.
Amazing show,
Everyone who talks about The Wire says it's a fucking brilliant show, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm in the time of my life where I want to watch another heavy series. Enjoy writing myself. I'm of the opinion it's never necessary not to make an awful character seem awful, not to give a female character a reason to be empowered. Never. You are absolutely correct, Flame. Like, it's just... There is no purpose. There is no purpose. It's just, and again, it's like, it's one of those topics where I do not give a shit. Like, I will not discuss, like, I cannot be convinced otherwise of my feelings as a result of me no longer watching anything with that sort of violence towards my gender.
And nor should you have to explain it.
Right. I feel so much better about myself day to day. I don't have a lot of anxiety. I don't watch things that are negative. I don't watch Like even something like The Sopranos. I don't watch shit like that anymore. And when I do, I make sure to just like binge it in one go and then I'm done. But that's like, you know, personal thing. There's a short recap at the beginning of season. Yeah, Torment, but I want to watch the whole thing. It was really good. Everybody says Breaking Bad. Stop.
Best TV show of all time.
Elemental, you lost your sea moth today. I'm sorry.
What's a sea moth?
I have no idea. Hopefully we'll find out.
Wait. I think we're talking about a video game with sea moth. I think.
Okay. Broken Tap Water. Have you heard of The Magicians? Yes. I hated it.
Subnautica. Yep.
Season 1. I watched season 1. I was done. No. Outlander. It was good until they kept pushing.
Hey, go take care of Silver. He lost his sea moth.
He's either in a bad mood or he's in this mood.
How could this possibly be construed as a bad mood?
Outlander was okay until the there was a scene with Jamie, and no.
Young Sheldon. Oh, I can't stand that. The main actor. Oh, I guess it's a kid, but the guy the kid grew up into, I can't stand watching him.
They have money, they just didn't care if they cut corners and show it. GOT.
Fuck you.
40 seasons. The missing episodes could have been nothing but talkie episodes and explain some of the things. Instead we got what we got. I can go on and on about Game of Thrones for hours, but I will end it by saying this. I got hyped up by the fan theory that Lady Stoneheart was coming, and when she did not show up, I was very distraught. I was very pissed off. And I'm just like...
Go get the carriage ready. Lady Stoneheart's coming. She ain't coming, boss. What do you mean she ain't coming?
Queeb?
I'm sorry.
You're not! XP less. It's been a while since I binged anything. I'm the same way. I've been kind of staying away from stuff. I don't know. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I need to be in the right mood to watch a show, and I can't watch the show like one episode. I have to watch all of it. Like if it's a movie series, I have to watch all of the movies. If it's a show, I have to watch that whole season. If there's more than one season, I have to watch all of it. Otherwise, I will forget. Like I was talking about this the other night. I started a rewatch of Lost in Space on Netflix. I'm like, there's 8 episodes in the first 2 seasons and 6 in the third that just came out, right? I'm on episode 7. I don't remember any of this shit at all. Like I remember them. Like they moved the ship to a different area, but I don't remember them meeting all these people. I don't remember Robot like going off the cliff. I don't remember any of this. I'm
sorry,
lost.
MzQueeb, one sec. Okay, continue.
So yeah, so I have to be in like the right mind frame for it. Young Sheldon, I can't. Surely you understand. I haven't watched the new Dexter. The original run of Dexter, the first few seasons, brilliant, like absolutely brilliant. I walked away from it after... Oh shit. I don't even remember. It was after Trinity, after Dokes. I want to say it was like there were at least a couple of seasons left. He was with Lumen. He was with Lumen, and I think I stopped watching while they were still together. I just don't care. Like it's and then like seeing the recaps of the show, where the show went, and now they're, I don't know if this is a continuation or if it's a reboot. I have no idea. Like I'm just so not into it. I haven't seen Doom Patrol yet.
Is that the one with the blonde, like, anti-superhero?
I don't know, but it is the one with everybody's favorite.
Or is it that's a cartoon movie?
Right now, Brendan Fraser. He's in it.
Is he making a comeback?
He is making a comeback.
Oh, that's good.
I love him. I'm so happy for him. Everything that happened to him in Hollywood.
He went through some shit. Yeah.
He is like a brilliant comeback story. I'm in a Facebook group called oh shit, what's it called? It's called like mummy shit posting. Is it Memotep?
Imhotep.
No. Memotep's mummy memes returns. Like instead of Imhotep, it's meme.
I get it.
It's very funny. It's very, very cute. And a bunch of people in the group, they bought, you know how this year they were doing the thing for meet and greets for all the cons whenever people couldn't like go to a con, or if the celebrity didn't want to be in person at the con, you could buy a couple of minutes via like Cameo or something, and you could ask like any questions you wanted and filmed it, whatever. And so a bunch of people did that with him, and it's anytime someone would they'd be like, yeah, I'm in the group Meme Hotep and we talk about you, and he would just get this smile on his face and he was just genuinely so happy about how people were like rooting for him, and how we just like talked about him just like he is everything. He's amazing.
He was or probably still is an excellent actor too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I haven't seen anything he's been in the last couple of years regarding the Doom Patrol. Supposedly it's like super good. Let's see, Broken says fair enough. It gets pretty dark. I wasn't fine with it, but I was okay with the Magicians until the very last episode. It's just, as a woman, no, that would be a fuck no. Scrappy Doot. I like your name. I believe he was in jail. Yes. Jamie was SA'd by the guy who was the relative of the chick that Jamie's banging or something. Like, you know what I'm talking about. So like that was like a whole thing. It was very exploitative. Had the positions been reversed and it was a woman being essayed, it wouldn't have nearly showed that much. It seemed like it was very sensationalized, and I'm not into that. Sopranos in Subnautica, they will be sleeping with the fishes soon enough. Gerard, how are you? We haven't had any dad jokes today. I think that was a good one. Thank you. Tromg is not watching shows, but he's reading more now. Tromg, I need you to tell me what you've been reading, please. Season 3 sucks. Seasons 1 through 3 of Dexter are amazing. Seasons 4 and 5 are fine, but stop watching it after that. Stop watching Dexter after the moment when an important character dies at the very end of like season 4, I think. I have seen Lucifer. I'm currently looking up original Dexter. Hold on. Lucifer's really good. The first season was great. Second season? I haven't seen the last season I watched was with Eve, and now supposedly he was a god, but he's no longer god, and it's like a whole thing. Which is fine. It's fine. Not my thing. Continuation or the synopsis of the episodes. It picks up after season 8. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So that's good to know. I probably won't be watching it. Brendan was in Scrubs? I didn't know that. Lucifer is in the DC universe. Really? Is he? I absolutely believe you, but can I ask for where you heard that? Whenever anyone, Elemental said that regarding Brendan Fraser, that man made elemental cry. There was a trend briefly of people taking bits of movies and playing it against the chorus of what's it called? Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. And so one of them was Brendan's scene where he is in George of the Jungle and Jane is watching him, and he is in his tuxedo pants and his tuxedo shirt, and it's like unbuttoned at the top, and he is running with the horses, and it's literally like, it's so good. It's like, it's romantic. I did have a crossover. This is not another stream. Hi, Polaris. This is your nurse speaking. We've been trying to wake you up out of your coma, and you've been unresponsive. So, doctors, we thought that this might be a softer, more gentle approach to wake you up. Can you look around?
What do you mean, a more gentle approach?
Can you look on the computer? If you're, I'm assuming you're on a computer. Look, if there's a button, there's a button. If you push that, the dream will stop, and you will wake up. But you have to push the button. Ignore the doctor in the background. It's just a dream. You need to wake up. Brendan was in Scrubs. He was Dr. Cox's ex-brother-in-law, whom he liked better than his ex-wife. I believe that. I think my favorite Brendan movie, aside from The Mummy, obviously, everybody loves The Mummy, was Mrs. Winterbourne with Ricky Lake. It was just such a good movie. It was just so cheesy and just so good.
Ricky Lake, the talk show host?
Yeah, she was an actress. She was an actress before the talk show. She was an actress after. Yeah. In fact, like, one of the things I'll say to Zoe whenever I'm covering her up is I'll call her a Paco Taco, and that is because there's a scene where the Too Long Didn't Read, Brendan plays Mr. Winterbourne, and he needs a wife, and he marries Ricky, and she has a baby, and it's like a whole thing, and she moves into his like magnificent house, right? So there's like who played Paco? That is a question. No, I want to say it was somebody famous. Miguel Sandoval? Yes! Miguel Sandoval. Who was he in? Station 19, Sharp Objects. Bad, I don't know. Hawaii 5-0? He was in, I don't know. Anyway. So, he played like a butler or like a chauffeur or something. He got drunk. Brendan and Ricky wrapped him up in a blanket, and they had to roll him like a burrito, and they called it a Paco Taco. There you go. It's stupid, but there you go. That's where it's from. I think I'm in heaven because of the voice in my head. Abram, are you
all right
on me?
All right, relax, son, relax.
Dream, sir. Wait till he goes to the bathroom. Give him some time. Back to Lucifer. It was steadily hinted for a long time they might make Lucifer part of a canon DC. It wasn't until Netflix agreed to do it. Holy. Spectator, don't think I didn't see you, son. How are you, friend? I don't even know what Flashpoint is. What's Flashpoint?
It sounds like something Kiefer Sutherland should be in.
It is. Ronkley is like the only member of Team Nana right now.
Oh no, I think you've got quite a few fans out there.
Everyone else is like, what is this voice I'm hearing? Who's talking? DC TV on Infinite Earths crossover Lucifer cameo. Okay, I found it. I found Constantine meets Lucifer. Perfect. The DC event that involves a Flash going back in time and screw. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. It is, Cast. You are correct. I just woke up, thanks. Need help. Ben & Jerry's, Cherry Garcia, or peanut butter half-baked. I mean, if those are my options, I would say Cherry Garcia, only because I don't like peanut butter. I don't like cherries either, but out of the two, I like cherries more than I hate peanut butter. But that is to say, I don't like either.
Nice Castfold. Yeah, we're very talented around here.
Oh. It's the smell. It's actually because I give both my dogs their meds in peanut butter every day, so I'm smelling it at least twice a day, literally every day. And it's just, it's like, I think it's the smell, and it's also like, okay, this is gross. Are you ready? So Loaf, our dog, he's on Prozac, and he also has to take allergy medication. So that's at least 3 bites of peanut butter. So I'll do a scoop of peanut butter and one of the big pills of, yes, one of the big allergy pills, and that'll be a bite. Sergeant Kenai, damn it, how are you? I love you.
Kenai, thanks for the raid, dude.
Are you wearing fancy shorts today? Just Y or N?
I'm sorry, is it a day ending in Y?
So I'll give Loaf like a
Hashtag never nude.
a bite of peanut butter, and there's an allergy pill in it, and then he'll eat that. I'll give him a second one with the second pill. He'll eat that. I'll give him the third one with his Prozac. He'll eat that. However, after I give him the bite of peanut butter off of the fork, he will lick my PJ pants, like on the side that's closest to him, or he will lick my arm. So then I get dog slobber and peanut butter on my arm, and I can't do anything about it because I have him next to me, and I'm holding pill bottles and peanut butter jars, and it's like a whole thing, and it's revolting, and I can't.
From shout out Kenai. Yeah, I mean, it's cute that you think I would have that command. But no.
I'm gonna make sure that I have that command.
MzQueeb will have that command, but I give personal shout outs. Follow Kenai.
Chris92, hey there, Queeb, MzQueeb, and chat. I had my best run yet in Noita earlier today. Finally made it to Temple of the Art. Super stoked that I finally had a nice run that didn't die in Hisi Base or the area before it. Nice!
Yeah.
Nice! I don't know what any of that means, but nice!
It is a big achievement to make it that far. It's the next big jump in difficulty.
Easy to give meds to a dog, just throw it at the floor and say loud, that is not for eating. That would probably work for Loaf. It wouldn't work with Zoe. She's like the pickiest girl. And in fact, both of them...
She's like, what the fuck do you think I am? How dare you, she would say. She will eat the food that surrounds the pill, and she'll spit out the pill. She's very picky, but right now, knock on everything wood, she's actually like she understands. We call it Pirin. She has her Pirin every day, and she's good, and she'll actually sit down for it, and so will Loaf. Still coughing. Hold on. Still coughing, organs out. Elemental, do you have the Rona? Do you have the Rona, Elemental? PC base is the worst place. That is all you need to know. See, I do know that. I know that much. It only took me like almost 1,000 hours of watching Noita to understand that. I would actually say the ice caves are worse.
MzQueeb is so supportive. I'm doing my best. Uthgerd Crabane. Uthgerd Crabane. Did I say that right? Hello, how are you? Abrams says the best one they've seen was a homing propane tank launcher.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we wouldn't be using that in a no damage run.
Falling ice is fun to die too.
This is a bad sign. Whenever you see an empty pedestal. Hopefully. Oh, they did. They died.
Well, he's had the Rona since last week on the recovery. I'm so sorry. I think I knew that you had it, but I've slept since then. Like I say that not trying to be funny. Like I didn't remember. I'm so sorry. Bonzi, how are you? Is it warm enough in California? It was like 72 today. I'm over it. We're on like 9th summer. I'm done. Like bring me the rain. I'm okay. I'll survive. Living my first Canadian winter, and oh boy, it's getting chilly. We actually had to switch out, like this is some adult shit. We had to switch the blanket back to the one that we used for the summer. Like the other one was too thick. We put the summer blanket on. It was fine. Covered from Rona, but still lost my trunk. What about your smell? Do you have that one yet? DT, I still have no idea how this game works, but it seems like you're doing great. Like, he seems like he's doing okay. Like he not only seems like he has a good grasp of what's going on, he looks like he has a good grasp. Like, I would trust him. To me, he is the Noita expert.
Hey, you want to buy a car?
What the fuck is that? I'm in Oregon. I have my AC on right now. If we had an AC, it would be cranked. Right now, I have a fan literally like 3 feet from my face. I'm so hot. I'm disgusting right now. You don't have smell or taste. I'm really sorry. That's a bummer. I can't think of anything funny to say. I'm sorry. I remember you saying that the other day about the Ferrero Rochers.
It tastes like water, you said, right?
Unless that was somebody completely different saying that.
I believe it was him.
Montreal, we're hitting minus 24 for some days now with a feeling of minus 30.
And in Fahrenheit, that's like minus 17 million in Celsius, I think.
Can I download that car? I
You do know the meme, right?
Yes.
You wouldn't download a car.
I absolutely would download a car.
And people, in fact,
You don't
are
know
doing
about
that
my
now.
life. You don't know about my life. I would, like 4,000%, I would download a car. Yeah. I mean, my car's already paid for, but I mean, I could always use another one. You know what I'm saying? Is that voice Italians or pirates? Because either way, I think I'm offended. The Noita expert, not a Noita expert. That is correct.
That's a very nice thing to say.
Like, seriously, he has people coming in asking these random ass questions, and there's nothing wrong with your questions. I'm being descriptive. Just bear with me. And so they'll come in and they'll be like, "Hey, what do I'm at the thing and I'm stuck." And he's like, "Oh, XYZ." Really? How do you know that? Like, what do you mean XYZ? And he's just XYZ?
Was that true, Flame? The song that goes dun 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 dun. I like that song.
Somebody please clip that for me.
No doubt.
I need it clipped. Like clip it.
I've decided that I used to very much care what people thought about me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't anymore. No. I would rather be free of mind. It's a lot that weighs on you when you worry about that kind of shit.
Makes sense. Zach says, "Hey, at least one great thing about you is not being able to sleep is that I get to watch you. I get to watch you. That's cool. Thank you very much, Zach." Smeg, that's a name, said, "Is this the McQueeb has grown famous enough to pay a secretary to deal with chat interaction now?" Really?
Well, we're about 3 years away from that, I'm afraid.
Secretary.
MzQueeb gets paid in sundries.
Yeah, I get paid in carne asada beef jerky where he eats like half the bag.
Not my fault they don't put fucking much in it. I've had a little bit, and it's like it's the smallest amount. Beef jerky is drugs.
Was Elemental the one that bought me beef jerky? When it arrives, don't touch it.
I will. Was it Elemental?
I will give you a sample size.
Speaking of Elemental, I think it was you that got me the stuffed olives. I had to can that. I had to refund or cancel the order. Because the listing that I'm hearing feedback again. I'm not even speaking louder. It's the weirdest fucking thing. The listing that I selected was like, you know how on Amazon if you go to a private seller it says it's got a price but shipping's not included, and then you click on the more options and then the price is like double and you're like, how the fuck did that happen? Yeah, it was one of those, I think. So I had to change the listing and cancel that order on you. I'm sorry. Have we considered getting a food dehydrator?
Actually,
we don't need more appliances.
No. Actually, the air fryer oven, not the air fryer, the air fryer oven dehydrates. I've watched the videos on how to use it to make beef jerky. That's dangerous. That is very dangerous how easy it is. So I haven't done it.
Man, I wish that vegan was in chat right now. Fucking dickhead.
Let me scroll up. There's some stuff going on. Hold on. How close has someone gotten to 10 million Queebles for the hat reveal?
I think we got someone probably close to 2 at this stage. So 6 years time should be right on track, unless they gamble every single day and win every single day, then it'll be a little bit sooner. Was there an evil vegan in chat? He came in and I was talking about like going to a steak restaurant. We got onto the topic of steak somehow, and I really miss having a good steak. And he said, "Oh no, I don't like that. No, that's not good." And MzQueeb jumped in and said, "This isn't the place for you to do that, right? Like, you can have your opinions, and most of the times, as long as you're not spreading misinformation or stupid shit like, no, I don't wear a mask because masks don't work, we won't have anything to say about it. But there's no reason to be sort of pushing your agenda on other people, right? Unless it's legitimately bad for you." He just kept going, arguing with MzQueeb. Like, it's in the name, dude. You may not want to be arguing with that person specifically.
Well, I mean, it's that, but also, this isn't a food stream. Like, we eat sometimes and we talk about food, but this is not a food stream. We don't... I mean, you can kind of easily guess that we're not... Like we're not vegans, but this is not a vegan stream or a non-vegan stream. This isn't the place. Like, this isn't your audience, bro. Go find a different audience.
I think I even said that. I said, like, if you want to talk about that, go ahead and start your own stream, you know? And he just kept going, and I finally banned him, and the reason I listed it on Discord. I think it was like, he needs to find a vegan channel. That's exactly what you said, yeah?
Yeah. Because it was just so weird. It was so weird. Like, I'm gonna start some beef in this channel by saying I hate beef.
Somebody just brought up Dino Nuggies. MzQueeb, do you want to explain the conversation we had today?
Oh, I can read it, actually. It's very enlightening.
I sent MzQueeb a meme, and it was a nice one. It was like a wholesome meme about dinosaurs dreaming of each other because they were in love.
So sometimes he sends me snakes because I like snakes. That's my thing.
Wait.
And dogs.
You like snakes?
I do. I know.
It's
very convenient, right? And sometimes when he's in a lovey mood, he pebbles, which is he acts like a little penguin, and the pebble he gives me is a meme. So he gave me a meme.
This isn't a pebble situation.
This is a pebble situation.
I see something I think you like, and I send it. It's as simple as that.
the pebble.
Okay.
So it's two dinosaurs dreaming of each other, and one says sweet dreams, the other one says you too, and then dinosaur 1 is dreaming about dinosaur 2, and vice versa. It's very cute. So I said, I fucking love dinosaurs. After a lot of thought, I think the Stegosaurus is my favorite dino, and I believe it's because it falls into the underdog category. And Queeb says, defense? I don't know what that reference was.
Stegosaurus is a defensive dinosaur that the spines are to deter predators.
Yes.
Defense.
But no, I understand.
D-fence is from the movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas. Defense. That's how Robert. What's his name?
De Niro.
No.
Downey Jr.
Duvall. That's how he sort of he gets really excited when he works out that there's the connection. It's defense with the license plate, and yeah. Ankylosaurus is my fave.
Anyway.
There's horny bonk in a dinosaur right there.
So, I sent Queeb. I sent Queeb a picture of a snake because that's what we do, and then I said, like, nobody says, "Yo, I rep Stegos hard."
Well, now they have.
And then we had like a conversation about the pharmacy bullshit, and then he said, "Go get." I don't know what that means.
It was a typo.
Oh, so he says, "Go get taco Stego lady." So like I've inadvertently become the Stego lady. But yes, like that's all it sums up to. Dino Nuggies and Stego lady. That's it. Boom.
It's a shame that the Dino Nuggie community hasn't hasn't picketed for the fact that the Dino Nugget looks like a fucking alligator. It's either a design or a manufacturing problem, but either way, no care was taken, clearly.
So there are vegan Dino Nuggies, Elemental, and there are also gluten-free Dino Nuggies, and there are whole wheat Dino Nuggies in addition to regular Dino Nuggies. Ask me how I know, because I've made the trek up to the cash wrap with my cart, waited in line 30 minutes to check out, only to see that I grabbed the fucking gluten-free Dino Nuggies and having to literally step out of line and trek to the back to get the correct ones. It's a thing. So yes, they do have them. Not beef, he started Impossible Burger. Maybe you got hit by the angry vegan teacher from YT. Maybe? His name was Max Prime or something.
I think that's his name exactly, yeah. Please do not send hate that person's way. I don't give a fuck about him.
Oh, here it is. Banned by MzQueeb with reason. Needs a vegan stream. Okay. Beginner says not a food stream. Unsubbed, unfollowed, installing Twitch reported to the NSA. Trom says sees MzQueeb as a penguin dropping a pebble. DT thinks we are the two most adorable people. We're okay. Ankylosaurus is Mace's favorite. Did you know that every time I see your name, Mace, I think of $E, who I believe died a few years ago.
Who's that?
He's a rapper.
Okay.
He sung with Diddy on that one song. Yes, the more money we come across, the more problems we see.
It's a dollar sign? I always thought it was an S.
No, it's $E. Yeah. So anyway, I see your name and I think of him, and then I'm like, oh, I miss him. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. That's why I miss him. Stegosaurus is amazing. Always been my favorite with the Brachiosaurus. Whenever I think of dinosaurs, I think of that song by Rafi, Let's Have a Chorus for Apatosaurus. Do you guys remember that? I wasn't a child when I listened to it. I was a teenager, but I babysat a child who was addicted to Rafi, like crack cocaine addicted to Rafi. That's how I know that song. Falling Down is an epic movie, really great. For some reason, the story reminded me that defenestration means to throw someone out of a window. I want to play the aisle and play a What? Dinosuchus? And drag other players to watery graves. Did I say that right? I've never seen that word before. I don't even know.
It's the aisle.
You want an idea for... Oh, wait, hold on. You want an idea of merch? Do a Stegosaurus shirt? I absolutely would. Dino Nuggy community. Stego lady sounds like a step on me thing.
Team Nana.
Hashtag Team Nana. McDonald's should try to make Dino Nuggies for children's Happy Meals. I'm sure they've tried to brainstorm it. I'm actually shocked that there's not like stars or something. Like that seems like they would figure out a way to like market it.
But what about the classic boot? The naturally occurring chicken shape.
Only a vegan can breathe fine. Don't you hate that when you get the wrong thing, don't realize it till the boxes look identical. Like at least sometimes they have like a different color, or like it'll be like a yellow box with like a pink accent means this and a blue like normally there's some easily identifiable way, and it's not. There's just like it's a bubble on the front of the box in the middle, but they don't show them on the fronts, they show the sides, so you can't really tell unless you're eyeballing it, and then you like
didn't Carl's Jr. have star nuggets? That's so fucking smart.
That is smart. Rafi was my childhood. Google says Mace is not dead, but a hoax going on. What? No, he died.
Oh, MzQueeb, did you find this out in one of your groups?
He died. No, like it was like a Yahoo story. Because whenever I heard it, I did hear that he died in a group, and I went and looked it up. I did the thing that you're supposed to do when you hear that someone died.
And you went to Yahoo News.
Stop. I don't trust them. I go to Google and I look for like a reputable news source, and there are like a bunch, and the top one was Yahoo, and Yahoo said that he was dead. So I was like, oh, okay. He's dead. McDonald's nuggets have like 4 shapes that are... That is true. There are only 4.
Yep. There's the boot, the sort of oval looking thing.
The vine of the lady handing a star nugget to a doggo, asking him only to bite the tip. I thought it was a sandwich, or unless is the TikTok based on a vine of a lady asking a dog to bite. It's
very possible that content has been inspired by something else.
No, it would not. The internet never lies.
Mm-hmm.
Casual's right.
Look up the hashtag Twitch Talk and tell me that again.
The Isle is a dinosaur survival game. It's like DayZ mod, but cooler because dinosaurs.
Okay. I do think there is a dinosaur game. I thought it was more mainstream than it being a mod. Maybe it is the Isle that I'm thinking of.
XP says Mace Wiki doesn't have a death date. I'm not convinced. Somebody call Mace. Call him up on the hotline, please.
At this stage, you could talk to Mace himself.
I probably wouldn't.
And you'd be like,
well, he could FaceTime me, and I would be like, "Show me your license." And his license isn't going to say with a $sign because they're not going to recognize that. Am I not supposed to be doing everything Twitch Talk tells me?
Oh, Jesus, Zoe, what the fuck? Can you please stop feeding her that? It's the only thing she eats, I know. Oh.
You gonna be okay?
There's not many words that explain that, but vile. It is fucking revolting.
Did you ever figure out why the hashtag Twitch7 or whatever existed?
So Twitch Talk 7 is actually the hashtag given to a person called Twitch Talk 7. That's their name or their brand or what. They might be a rapper or some kind of musician. There you go. It's nothing to do with Twitch Talk at all. However, it's been taken over because people are fucking lazy. They see the bigger number next to Twitch Talk 7. They're like, I'm going to use that. I'm not going to do any research at all, but I'm going to use that. Yeah. Other people said, no, it's a salute. The number 7 is a salute. It's like, yeah, that might be the case, but not here. Nobody can hear you, by the way.
Mace became a pastor at Atlanta's Gathering Oasis Church. He's still alive. What? No.
Wait, that's not from Yahoo News, is it?
I think Trom looked it up on the wiki. Like at least 2 people are looking it up for me. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I believe Toxic describes it as well. Number sign is not a hashtag, it's the pound sign.
Okay, that person has no idea what we're talking about. That's fine.
And I only say that because I used to call it the pound sign back when Twitter first came out.
Pound sign is a 3.
Because it was a thing. And the hashtag thing, like I was like, why like it's not a hashtag. It's like a number sign, like a pound sign thing.
No, there's a very specific, there's a subgroup of people on TikTok affectionately called Twitch Talk. However, there's 2 hashtags or groups or you know, tags related to that. One of them has the number 7 at the end of it, not preceding. And it actually belongs to a person, like a somewhat famous person. I'm 41. I'm not that old. I think I get how it works. Cat Template subscribed. Feels like it hasn't been 3 months yet. Actually, MzQueeb said that you've been subscribed for 3 months. Mm-hmm. And I didn't. It feels like a lot longer. It feels like you've been here forever. So, I don't know.
It says watching Don't Look Up in the Other Room in just 3 minutes I've watched this heavy. See, yeah, like,
I fell asleep during that, haven't bothered going back. Not that I don't think it would be a good show, I'd rather watch Black Mirror.
I know, right? Like, Kat's like... He's like a deacon in the Church of McQueeb or something.
Oh, don't start that. Last thing I want to do is be deified.
Oh, no, sweetie. That's me that's deified. Don't even worry about it. That's me, not you.
Any guide you know that explains how 30 orb runs can be achieved? Check out the YouTube channel of Fury Forged. One word. He explains all that shit. You'll have to scroll back. But yes.
Thank you, Kat. Tried to watch Don't Look Up, but 2.5 hours is a long time for the same joke. We start a religion. We are. Can't believe I've been subbed for 5. I swear I just started watching you a couple. It's so weird. Like time just like it simultaneously does and does not exist.
It helps that I've almost streamed every day for the last 5 months.
That's probably why. Oh, I didn't tell chat. Huxley has shed. He is actually like maybe halfway through the shed process.
Yeah, mostly shed. It's a bit. It didn't come off in one piece, unfortunately.
So you know how I spent all that time bragging that he did clean sheds and it was like in one piece from head to tip of tail and it was beautiful. And do you remember all the time I was bragging? Yeah. It wasn't like that. So last time he shed, it was literally a shed explosion. I think why is because I know, right? Normally when snakes shed, they're manipulating their muscles and they're also rubbing against different surfaces in their tank to help the shed come off. So it's a lot of work and that tends to make, it tends to make them want to poop. So sometimes either while they are shedding, they will poop like in their shed, or immediately after shedding, they will poop. It's a thing, right? And so last time his tank was completely torn up. It was like shed confetti and shit confetti everywhere. And he's always like so miserable when he has to move into a different area. Like if he gets his hide dirty, he moves to a different hide, and he doesn't like being in there. That's basically his way. Wait, no hit run? No way.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Done it before. The reason the challenge exists in the game is because of me.
Poop snake very.
I just want to earn it legitimately. That's all.
Sounds nice. Yeah, it's like it was just everywhere. So I assumed if I bumped up his humidity, it would be fine. We would have a good shed. I was wrong, because it is once again shed confetti, except now this time he has stuck shed all the way down his back. It's not technically stuck right now. Like the shed process that takes a few days, stuck shed refers to like if the shed doesn't come off and more shed like sticks to it. We're not there yet, so he's very miserable. McQueeb is like, oh, I can help him. Like, don't fucking touch him. He, as friendly as he is, he does not like being handled when he has shed on him.
Oh, it's fair enough. It makes sense.
Like
I just want to do as much as I can for our kids, obviously.
May is also very, like, she's used to it because she literally had stuck shed for months because of that scab on her head. So she's a lot more used to it than he is. So just like, I hate being in here. He's in the other room. He has the stuck shed. I want to help him and I can't touch him. I have to leave him alone. Don't look up can be happy. Cringing felt awful because it's too painful, real, although exaggerated. That's kind of why I've started regulating what I watch. I don't want to watch anything that's gonna bring me down. And it's like I'm not watching fantasy stuff either, but I already have real life that's like there's a lot of shit going on. I don't need to watch a movie.
I said this the other day. That's one of the reasons why I'm watching Black Mirror again, is because it's almost knowing that it's fiction. Yes, it's dark as shit, but knowing that it's fiction and knowing that real life is on its way there in a very real sort of, non-hyperbolic way. It's comforting to me. I know that sounds really odd. I watched a TikTok today of two people having a debate. One of them was an anti-vaxxer. Kept calling the other person, I can't believe you're this stupid. Like the numbers are 600,000 dead. Where are you getting your stuff from? And he's like, what do you mean 600,000? 800K plus in the US alone at the moment. And he looked it up. And
I remember this. Go ahead. Finish.
And the dude goes, finally works out what's going on. He said, refresh the page. Hasn't refreshed his fucking browser in 18 months. And he's like, he just wanted to change the subject almost immediately because he was embarrassed. It's like we are fucked. We are so fucked as a society. Yeah.
Casually, I've been staying away from most social media. The only social media that I do that I regularly tend to would be TikTok, sometimes Instagram. I'm never on Facebook. I'm never on Twitter. Like the only time I go on Facebook is because I'm in groups that I'm in groups for ball pythons and for business development stuff like that. I also look at Marketplace, but I'm not doing the thing that I used to do, which is literally posting 30 times a day on Twitter. I'm 10 years beyond doing that. Like, that's not my reality. But yeah, it's just because like there's no need. Shit's bad. There is no need for me to watch anything negative. I'm becoming all I had to prove wrong. No, you shouldn't help snakes shed, right? Can there be a situation where you have to? Yeah. So there's this stuff by Zoomed. It's called Repti Shed Spray. And essentially it's I think it's like water, vitamin E, and some other stuff in there. And what you can do is you spray down your snake and just kind of like rub it into their skin, which most of them tend to like that part anyway, just, you know, massaging them since they're all basically muscle anyway. And then you put them back in their tank, you give it like a day or so, and the remaining shed will come off. If there is a piece of shed that's loose, by all means, like pull at it. But as soon as it starts to catch or it starts becoming a tiny bit more difficult to pull, don't touch it at all. Don't do it, because you can pull up one of their scales and the scales aren't going to grow back. Murphy, I don't remember when it was. It had to have been...
Thank you, Nola Games, for creating this fucking barrier. It's not good enough that you give us non-water to begin with. You wanna actively stop people using water. Okay, cool. Thanks.
So after Murphy's baby shed, which normally happens around 10 days old. So after that shed, for his first like post-baby shed, he hurt himself trying to get out of his enclosure, which, judging from today, I'm not surprised. He ended up hurting himself, and he ended up getting a scab behind his head, at the back of his head, and on his neck. I didn't know about it until I saw him, which is a good thing, because by then he had his second post-baby shed, and his breeder said it's starting to look really good. I didn't want to worry you. I would have told you had it been like super severe and it needed to like, he needed to go to a vet, but he's good. I didn't want to worry you for no reason. So I was actually, after dealing with Murphy today, I was able to look at it, and it's still fucked up. It looks a lot better than it did, but it's still fucked up. It's going to be at least another 2 sheds before it's almost completely gone. So it's just, with something like any kind of damage on a snake, they do shed, but any kind of scab like that, it makes the shed that much worse.
Yeah, the scar tissue builds up around the area. I know I'm pointing at my head. But yes, that's where it builds up, and then as a result, it doesn't release the same as the tension is too much, and it doesn't release like it would a normal shed. Cat asks, what do snakes shed if not scales?
It is old. I will actually give you a scientific, non-MzQueeb, scatterbrained answer. I didn't ask what the longest viper in the world is. In case you're wondering, it's the South American Bushmaster. It grows to 11 feet.
I had such high hopes for tonight's runs. It's tough, man. It's a tough challenge.
Well, that is actually a really good picture too. Okay.
No, there's people that will record and upload to social media themselves, like holding one end of the shed while the snake works its way out. The problem with that is that you can rip scales off them, because some of them don't give easy. It's supposed to be loose, dead skin, but it's not something that you should actively help with unless we're in the situation with Huxley where he has mostly shed, but there's a few little bits that don't come off. And when I massaged Biora, because it was the same kind of thing. I put the lotion on my hands and then allowed her to sort of work her way through my hands. That was a really good way to get coverage. And then very gently, I would just apply, I guess, slippery friction, I guess, just by gently rubbing the area. But I mean gently. And it took me a good hour to get it all off.
And typically, like, because snakes are cold-blooded, when you first pick them up, they feel slightly cool because their body temperature is around, like, I want to say it's like 86, 87 is where they stay. So it's only a few degrees cooler than us, but it feels dramatically cooler. And so even after only holding them for like 15, even whenever Queeb has handled Huxley in front of the camera and he hands him back to me, he's warm. And sometimes they'll get to a point where they're too warm and they're very uncomfortable. And so having to massage Faye to get that shed off, because it was literally, she pulled open she scraped her head, which caused the scab, which fucked up her first shed, which fucked up her second shed because it kept catching around her scab. It fucked up her third shed. And so it was literally to a point where part of her looked bright white and the other part looked tan because of the stuck shed. It was awful.
It was dirty, yeah. Dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty
so the part that sheds, it's like an overlayer of skin that goes on top of the scales.
It's the same as us. We shed skin all the time.
Yeah, except ours, it's like dust. Like, we don't shed like them. If you click on the link, the very first picture is a picture of the middle part of a snake in shed, so you can see like the outer part of the shed coming off. Essentially, they start to shed by rubbing their nose against stuff to pull up that part of the shed, and then it pushes out. Hold on, give me a second. Talking about food earlier, tried tonight to cool my carrots and onions in the oven. Proceeded to make a sauce with light cream, and I melted my camembert inside, and I've caramelized the carrots and added sauce at the end. That was awesome. That sounds amazing. How dare you, sir?
Agreed. How dare you?
How dare you? Just joined. So Murphy the snake was featured a day or two moving around his cage. No. That was Archie.
That was Murphy.
Murphy is totally cool. He got stuck in his cage. Actually, I'm gonna upload. It's only 10 seconds, so I can. It fits inside the parameters for Discord. You can only upload like 14 seconds. So I will upload that on the.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Sorry,
oh shit, McQueeb's channel. I'll upload it there, and it was just, you can't even see his neck. You just see his body. And at first, he used to be in a tub, and he would just get onto the lip. He's a fucking snake. He's a fucking ball python. The other ones, they know better, and he just doesn't. He's like, oh, it's a thing. I can fit in here. And he got caught. I was able to get him out. He was really traumatized from it, to the point where he actually let me hold him for a while, and he didn't want me to put him down. But Huxley went through something like that literally maybe around the same time last year.
Maybe it's the temperature, weather change.
And he went through the same exact thing, and that event stopped him from fucking doing it. So I'm hoping that he won't do it anymore. I can tape up that section, I can cover it. However, I need access to the lid in case shit happens. Like, for instance, Huxley is getting a new tank. He's getting his first adult tank because his current tank, the hinges on the glass door broke, It's literally taped in place, and he will camp outside the functioning door to get his food. So in order to feed him, I have to open part of the lid to get in and feed him. It's a whole process, right?
Do we have some videos that I can upload
Of
the 5 people waiting?
I have 1 or 2 of them, I think, by Lim and maybe someone else, but yes. Where was I? Oh, so I can't tape it shut because I potentially need at least one side open. It's a whole thing. So I'm hoping he won't do it again. Snake Discovery is amazing. I have followed them for a very long time. They're the last video I watched was Rex got he got his glass changed out at the reptile center, and that glass it went to another snake, I believe. Yeah, like I love that channel. They're great. I wish they would come out with more content, but that's I don't make content yet, so I can't really complain about that.
You should tell them how you feel
in
a YouTube content.
Gonna make a video.
Tell them how much of a shame it is when you change your content structure.
I would never.
It feels really good when people do that.
I would never. Murphy, no, so the 11-foot, that is the South, what did I say? I think it was South African Bushmaster? I did the thing where I was like, oh, the first link will help me. And it's why do snakes shed? And it was one of those collaborative sites where they just like, they pull, they pull shit. They just pull all of this media. And they didn't even tell me about the snake shed bullshit.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're looking at the 10 reasons snakes shed. This first one may leave you surprised, but trust me, in the animal world, it's a natural occurrence.
So yeah, so one of the questions that it answers is, what is the longest viper? The longest viper and longest venomous snake in the Americas is a South American Bushmaster. I can't say that Latin term, I'm sorry, which grows to more than 11 feet. However, 2 spots down, it says, what is the largest pit viper in the world? The Bushmaster is a very large snake with specimens often around 6.5 feet long, but they can grow to over 12 feet.
12 feet long. That's like, that thing would weigh a ton. You know how like Huxley likes to go around my neck? You imagine that this big around your neck would weigh, oh, I couldn't stand doing that. I sound like I've worked in one of those videos. Funny, you should say that. Watch Mojo approached me once to audition for them. I turned it down.
I was about to say the king cobra is longer, right? And then I realized the wording. The wording was the largest venomous snake in the Americas. King cobra is 10 to 13 feet long. The longest ever was 19 feet, but it is Southern and East Asian. Nobody cares. Dino nugs are dying. Yeah. I was actually thinking about making McQueeb some dino nugs, but I don't know if he deserves it yet. I have a rattlesnake shed in my office that I found while working.
No crocodiles, cool. Only Stegosaurus though.
Fine.
Fucking make a call, send them back if you have to.
I'll give them to Loaf, they'll be fine.
That's true, you don't give a fuck what they look like.
I saw that you ate the ones that I held back for him. So 14...
That you held back for him?
So 14 nuggets fit on the pan in the air fryer oven. His reward for leaving me the fuck alone while I cook them is he gets a couple of nuggets. Well, he gets 1 and Zoe gets 1.
Okay.
And so I had some set aside the last time I made nuggets for McQueeb, and then they disappeared, which meant his kids did not eat.
Oh, please. We all know Zoe doesn't need to eat right now. Holy shit.
Leave her alone. Stop it. Changing constant structure is breach of an implied contract that I just made up. I'm telling you, like, the number of people, so far it hasn't happened today, but the number of people who have come back in the channel saying, oh, I thought you weren't playing Noita. I thought you weren't doing it. I thought it was a thing. I thought you weren't gonna do it. Like, it is ridiculous.
I'm still getting comments. As of 2 days ago, I got a comment saying that my tips video would be so much better if I showed actual gameplay instead of just a talking head video. That video took me fucking over a day to do already. Trust me, I know. I was reaching the point where I was about to pull the pin on it and just not upload it at all. And I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'll just get it done in its format. I know it's lacking in some ways. Trust me, I know.
Those are like crustaceans. They just keep getting bigger and bigger every year. I mean, they're... So ball pythons, for instance, did you know there's actually technically 2 varieties of ball pythons? McQueeb.
No, I didn't know that.
So, the ones that we have are West African, I believe.
Wait, apparently I'm body shaming a snake? I missed that.
Let me find it. Hold on. Please hold. Okay. So ours are West African. Like every ball python out there that does not tell you otherwise, assume that it is West African. There is a variety called a Volta. Voltas are thicker. McQueeb, when you get a moment, spin around and look at my monitor.
Okay.
That's a Volta. So they're a little bit longer and they're thicker, like a blood python is. And they're sub-Saharan. There's no other difference. It's just a size thing. They're very thick. They're very thick. I don't believe they have different morph like the West African does. But there could be a case like that where there are varieties that we don't know. I mean, also think about lobsters. Like lobsters can live for like over 100 years, at least. And we technically don't know how old they get because they keep growing. They don't die of old age. It's like a whole thing. So it would not shock me. Be honest, if you could afford it and had the space, would you want one of those constrictors? No. For 2 reasons. Number 1, I think that I don't believe that animals should have just a drawer. And that's what a lot of people with reptiles, with snakes rather, and geckos sometimes will do, is they'll keep them in a rack system. I don't believe in racks. If you do, that's cool. It's not a debate I'm gonna have. I think all animals should have the space to thrive and explore and whatnot. So unless I'm giving them a zoo-like structure to explore, that's in the first place. You would have to, it would literally be a room in my house. Number 2, having a snake that long, you have to have at least 2 people on hand in case something happens. The snake is not going to attack you, but it's so big to where you may be handling it and it accidentally squeezes you a little too hard. You get lightheaded, you fall and you hit your head. That would mean that number 1, I could never be alone with my snake, and number 2, if it happened to get out of its enclosure, I have dogs.
I think about that often too, yeah.
So that it's not something I want to do. McQueeb, I love McQueeb, but right now he has streamed every day. For how many days?
A couple of months at least.
Yeah. So he streams and he sleeps. I'm the one that's handling the snakes. So if we happen to have like, I don't know, a 20-foot snake right now, I would have to be paying someone to come help me. And that's not fair to me, and it's not fair to the snake. So
thank you, Athros, for the resub.
Thank you, Athros. I think the longest one that I would get, I have talked about this before, would be the Bolin's python. I will give you a photo. Super cool looking python. I think they get around, I want to say it's like 10 feet. Kind of like a, I'm sorry, 13 feet. And they do same lifespan. F in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna show you.
Don't F in the chat.
I'm gonna show you this baby. I can get it to load. Oh, I fucking hate DuckDuckGo. Here, anyway, here's a picture of a snake. Don't click it if you don't like looking at snakes. These can be puppy dog tamed to where they're like, you can literally hand them a meal and they will gently take it from you and they won't like strike and wrap it. I know, right? They're gorgeous. They're extremely hard to get because it is an alternative to the white-lipped python. Those are obscenely hard to get, and so people are like, oh, they kind of look similar, I'll get a Bolin's. And so now Bolin's are like 8,000 to 10,000 for a baby. And then it's a whole process because sometimes the female will kill the male while making eggs, and sometimes the eggs don't even happen because she killed them before it could. So it's like a whole thing. That would probably be the longest I would get. But that's the, like, even if I had the money to do it now, I don't have the space. And even if I had the space right now and the money, I'm tapped out energetically. Like once the babies get adult size, I'll stop worrying. But right now I'm still checking on them every couple of hours at least because of, you know, we had Teddy. Teddy had a lot of medical problems, and I was literally checking on him every hour, waking up in the middle of the night to check on him, taking him to his vet appointment. So like right now I'm good. I'm actually a little overstretched, but once everybody is an adult, which happens around 2.5 years, I will think about getting a bigger snake that I don't have to worry about potentially busting out of his enclosure and attacking my dogs.
I'm more worried about the other way around.
Lobsters can't live that long. They're too delicious. Smeg, jellyfish. Thank you. I was trying to think. I'm like, what is it? Jellyfish or is it octopus? I couldn't remember. Catfish, same thing. There are some huge catfish out there, and it's so weird when people catch them and they catch them to eat, and they're massive fish. It's like, really?
I don't know if you saw that. Sorry, MzQueeb, to interrupt. That death, well, that hit right there. This guy jumps across, like virtually through. So it's at an angle, but because they slip upwards, the momentum carries forward. Pisses me off every time that happens. Because that he should have, if he jumped that way, the damage hitbox should have stopped at the very least. Or he should have gone sort of at an upwards angle. Anyway, sorry, as you were.
Very, very interesting. Top. It's your show. Troublesome is correct. You can snuggle a snake. I mean, technically snakes do snuggle you. Casually is correct.
I used to snuggle with Teddy. Not snuggle, it wasn't a full body thing, but he would wrap my hand and we would fall asleep together.
There have been times where Queeb has fallen asleep with both Faye and Teddy on his hand. And I mean, it doesn't help that Faye falls asleep at the drop of a hat, right? Like, and Teddy did the same thing. Like, my two little, like, narcoleptic people in the house. Like, truly, you guys have seen Queeb holding Faye, and she's just, you know, doodling around, doing her thing, and all of a sudden she's still, and it's like, she's still because she's asleep. She fell asleep. She doesn't do anything to warrant that. Huxley's much more active. I think the babies will be much more active. But yeah, like I've literally had to go check on Queeb, and his hand is like frozen in this position where he's holding a baby snake, and I'm having to like wake the snake up and get the snake off of his hand without waking up Queeb, and him accidentally like Queeb will sometimes jerk in his sleep and clench his fists. I'm like, that's the last fucking thing I want him to do with a baby, man. A death snuggle. Huxley has death snuggled Queeb on stream before. It's very cute. Speaking of snake pics, did you ever look up Creebos and indigo snakes? I love both of them. I don't have to look up pictures because I think they're stunningly gorgeous. I love indigos. I love Creebos.
It's the Queeb show, both Queebs? Well, a certain other individual is changing their name, so no, it's not.
On this channel, I will always be MzQueeb. It's easier.
Well, not only that, but your free T3 lifetime sub is under this name.
That is true. I will never be getting rid of it.
You could rename this channel, though. That would work.
We've already talked about that. And in the beginning, if you guys weren't here, in the very beginning of his channel, I was Internet Nana. And so whenever I would say something, people would be like, well, who's Internet Nana?
Who's Internet Nana? What the fuck is that?
The only reason my name is MzQueeb is because people didn't understand that I was his wife. So this makes it a lot easier. I'm MzQueeb. He's McQueeb. And then on my channel, I will be Internet Nana. But no, like if I had the space.
No, Cat, I will not be.
Internet bubble.
So I can see it. I can see it now already. MzQueeb said she wanted to raid me potentially after her streams, right? She'll raid and be Internet Nana raids. And I'll be like, oh, thanks, Internet Nana. And then Internet Nana will go away and the account will switch and she'll have to come back. I'd say just rebrand this one if you want to.
No. And there are a few reasons why. We've discussed them. And I'm not even, like, right now, yes, I believe it is Internet Nana. I believe I have a theme. I am working on it, but it's fine. We're going to do it the way that I want to do it. He is McQueeb. Well, I mean, technically, I'm also McQueeb, but I'm MzQueeb. But close. What was the hit on the last run?
Which one? I've had 3 in the time you've probably asked that question.
What is...
Most likely asked it, I think.
What is the streaming focus of Internet Nana's channel? It's going to be... I am branding it as a... And I've already looked this up to make sure that nobody's grabbed it before. It will be a campfire stream. Where we're literally... Like a campfire stream, a bonfire stream. Have you ever, like, hung out at a bonfire and you're just, like, literally hanging out with your friends?
Good,
just having
good
drinks?
vibes only, man. Chill stream.
Well, it's not going to be a chill stream. I mean, we've already...
Let's get to plat in Apex. That's what it's going to be.
Stop. But no, like, if you were curious as to what my stream would be, if you go to Queeb's channel, his YouTube channel, and find the video where I streamed with him, we did a co-op of Isaac.
Exclamation mark MzQueeb, by the way.
Well, no, no.
Stop changing the commands.
I'm not... Would you stop for 2 seconds, Loaf? Just stop. So, not the clip.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're marketing now using existing commands.
The actual stream
we're right into it.
Itself. Hold on. McQueeb, wife. I guess poop. Okay, how about we just do McQueeb, wife. So anyway, that stream, it was like a couple of hours long.
Just make it exclamation mark divorce.
I mean, hold on. I can pull up stream elements right now. We can do this. Let's get it done. If you're going to be a big baby about it. Jesus. Let's try wife. I made my wife play Binding of Isaac and we didn't get a divorce. Well, I mean, it's still early in the year, so. All right, so that's the stream. It was chaos. during those, what was it, like almost 3 hours. It was chaos. Yes, I was a velociraptor. That's neither here nor there. The point still stands. Call it a bonfire. What? Mouse traps. Do you want to do my marketing? That's brilliant.
Bonfire.
Bonfire.
Could you do the entire stream in Sean Connery's voice?
Here. Stop.
This is brilliant.
Here's my problem. I love the idea. Like nobody else really uses the term campfire stream
or bonfire. Yeah, right.
They don't use it. So I'm like, that's perfect. We can do that. We can do a camping theme. Hobby Lobby, the Christian craft store, they have like a camping section. I was there today. They have like camping shit. I'm like, we could do this. No, MzQueeb, you can't, because the theme that you want to do is like 80s 90s. Like I've already bought overlays for it and shit. So I'm like, well, shit. Now I don't know what to do. I want both, but not both. I want each one individually. So it's a thing. So anyway,
I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost.
Like, are you kind of like essentially the Dark Souls of just chatting?
Oh my god.
It's literally what we're doing right now, except instead of Queeb being the one that's playing a game, I will be playing a random game, and we will just be like hanging out. It'll be a bullshit.
Wait. We did use a similar Fireside. Was the one we used?
Yes, you started calling it Fireside, and I was like, oh, that's cute. And then I riffed on that, and like Campfire's cute, Bonfire's cute, and now Bondfire.
It's stuck in your head now.
Fucking hell. Branding shit. But no, it's literally like we're hanging out. Like, are we gonna talk about news? Will we randomly play a game that everybody knows and loves? Yeah, okay. Will people be able to backseat me? Nope, because I'm not gonna fucking listen.
It's a bit fucking weird, Smeg. Yeah, bit weird.
I'm not gonna be seriously playing a game. It's like, hey, do you want me to tell you how to get off this level? No, we're having fun. Put your dick back in your pants. Jesus, calm down. Shooting Gungeon MzQueeb edition.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I've already been looking into games that we're gonna play. It's gonna be cool. Like, the concept is going to be there are phases. I'm developing phases for this. Like, it's a real thing. That's why I'm taking my time doing it. It is gonna happen before February, absolutely, 4,000%. I have a face cam still in the box right there. I have the Zoe cam right next to it. That's happening. I've already put Archie in his new tank. I'm working on cleaning up this area. Hopefully Queeb is going to give me at least a day or two of his time to help me set everything up.
Sure, we can do that.
Lighting and whatnot. So it's going to be good. It's going to be great. Will we play games? Yes. Will we do crafts? Yes. Will we cook? Yeah, sure. Will we just like hang around and like play stuff like fucking like Jeopardy or like that stupid quiz trivia thing that's at all the fucking Chili's and whatnot? Hell yeah. We're just gonna like hang out. Just a bunch of buds. A bunch of buds. Eventually I would like to be able to bring in Jesus, mashing them buttons, shit. Eventually I'd like to be able to bring people over to hang out, and it will be this is gonna be fun. I'm actually really excited about it. I'm not talking about specifics because our lady Beyonce says do not tell them, show them. So that is what I'm doing. I will attempt to play Noita.
For real?
I will attempt. Emphasis. Attempt. And again, it's going to be something where you cannot tell me how to play. I'm not going to listen to people. Beginner is paying forward the gift they got from McQueeb, from the community. Gifted too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dude.
Phil, you are correct. An attempt will be made. Like, some of the funnest games that I've ever played. And I hate that it's connected to this guy. Like my first long-term boyfriend, McQueeb and I have actually, this is now technically my longest relationship, but previously it was this guy. It was my first relationship, and I was like 17 when we got together. He was 24. Yes, I understand the age. Yes.
I don't believe that anything has to be connected with someone just because you started liking something during that phase.
No, it's the whole thing. So he was still friends with his crew from high school. And so literally, I was with this guy for 4.5 years. Literally every fucking weekend, my house was filled with men, #dreams. And they would smoke pot, which not my thing, whatever. And they would all play either Mario Kart. There was a random stint where they played Mario Golf, Super Smash Bros. GoldenEye was a huge one, like playing multiplayer, but it was only 2 guys because they would use a controller in each hand and each of them would play a different character, like weird shit. And it was just so much fucking fun.
Was your boyfriend Oddjob?
No, I don't.
Because he's a fucking coward.
Anyway, it was a lot of fun. And granted, I didn't really get to spend a lot of time playing because there's like 7 guys and there's just me. So normally I would, because there's just so much smoke going on, I would be in the other room, and occasionally they, like, one of them would knock on the door and be like, do you want to play? Hey, we're waiting on you, man. Like, okay, cool. I get to go play finally, like once a month.
Fungal shift. B Natchez is explaining to chat that there is a function in the game called fungal shift.
Oh, that's cool.
In case you were curious. In case you were curious why he randomly said fungal shift.
I will never be asking for assistance.
Because he definitely not telling me what to do during a no damage run.
So no, it was a lot of fun, and it was literally dudes hanging out, playing games. Yes, they were smoking pot and drinking, but it was also like literally, we're talking like 10 hours of fucking Mario Kart. Just 10 hours. And it was fun. So I want to bring back some of that. I've been watching a lot of just chatting streams, and I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna be really cool. It might not be my vision when I first start, but I've got a few phases coming in. I'm gonna work on it. It's gonna be good. And chat is going to mentally...
Tripping balls is part of fungal shift. Well, the name checks out. Pretty sure that wasn't his intention, though.
Okay, I know the time period of this relationship based on that listing. Yes. Well, I mean, it's... I am 42 now. So when did GoldenEye and Mario Golf come out?
No, I have no idea. I never played either.
So it's like, we're talking late 90s.
For fuck's sake. Double fuck up.
Double fuck up. Can you hand her the controls tonight? I'll do it. Actual blind playthrough of... That's probably what I'm going to end up billing it as. It's just going to be so fucking stupid. Do I have mods yet? No, I don't. I'm scared. I might have to like schedule shit so McQueeb can mod the first few times until I at least find some people to help me out, and maybe like do shifts, like they help me out, I'll help them out, something. Normally it's going to be 2 set days a week, and then we will immediately raid McQueeb, and then 1 day a week it'll be like a super late show whenever McQueeb is not streaming, and we will raid somebody else. It'll be great. I'm 45, that's how I know. Same for me and my buddies when I was in the army. 10 hours of Mario Kart Monkas. ZZ Stoner, you are correct. That is around the time frame. My high school friends, they also smoked pot and were typical machismo. I wonder, why don't I meet women who I'm attracted to here? Why only this 1 or 2 attractive ladies? OMG, the problem is all these other guys, not just me. Now that I'm free, I'm super liberated, growing as a human again. like, now that I think about it, a couple of them, actually most of them were single. And they're all like some of them were like good looking guys. They had really great jobs. Two of them owned their own businesses. They were making like 6 figures, but they were just like stunted to this point where they were literally just, it's Friday night, instead of taking out a girl, I'm gonna go over to his house and we're gonna play some Mario Kart again. Will I have a snake?
Sounds like my childhood, yeah.
We will have a snake and animal cam. I already have it. I've already got it purchased. I'm figuring out where to put it because it will be on Zoe most of the time. And then whenever we have like a snake pit, it's like a pop-up tent or pop-up kennel that zips up. And normally it's filled with toys for the snakes to like crawl through and whatnot. I'll have that set up, and that way you guys can actually see them being active. How are you? You want to say hi to chat? Here. Hold on. Let me move the mic.
Why does Noita take so long to update? I wonder.
Yeah. Did you snort with it? Yes. You said hi? Yeah. Okay. Do you have a baby? Do you want to go get your baby? Go get him. Jesus Christ. It's tax season, so my schedule's absolute chaos. I believe it. We actually talked to a tax person a couple of weeks ago, and he was warning us. He's like, I only do tax stuff now. But like the other stuff I can't help you with. Tax stuff literally takes me like that is, I have my clients and that takes like all year. Jolt, Cola, Pixie Sticks, Nintendo 64, and 80 Slasher Flicks. That sounds amazing. Comfy means love. Love means toots. Toots means daddy makes comments. It's true. There have been times where he has blamed a fart on Zoe and she hasn't been in the room. So make of that what you will.
I don't know what's producing the smell then.
I'm on East Coast, so 3 p.m. Pacific is actually better for my Twitch viewing. Nice! If you will, if you're interested, please feel free to go over. Hold on. MzQueeb. Please go over. Follow Internet Nana on Twitch. I will definitely give you guys tons of heads up. I will still be hanging out in here for a little while after my stream when we do the handoff. But yeah. The vibe is not gonna be this chill. Like Queeb's channels are very just, hey, laid back. I'm shocked that he's not a stoner.
Hey.
I'm very shocked.
When do I sound like that?
No, I mean like very
Hey.
Very chill, very like there's not a lot of loud noise and whatnot. There are people in here who sub to Dunker Slam's channel, and both of them play the game beautifully, but they have 2 completely different vibes. My vibe is probably going to be closer to Dunk's. McQueeb is just high off life. Squad stream. Oh my god, there is a squad. The beanie is misleading. The beanie absolutely is misleading. McQueeb, the fonts. He is. MzQueeb is moist. I am not in the moist mob. I think I know my sub definitely ran out, but to be honest, like my time is so maxed out that I'm in here talking to you guys, and I might check on somebody else, but otherwise I don't. So it's not really fair for me to be subbed to another channel that I'm not watching. Yeah. But no, I think Dunk's great. I love his channel. Like I said, his vibe, it's very intense. It's very loud. It's very, what's the word? Like rambunctious? Is that a good word?
There's a lot going on.
there is a lot going on, but when I watch something like this, it is energetic. When I watch a streamer prior to Queeb, obviously, I tend to watch more, yes, strange, more dynamic streamers, like loud noise. I want to be entertained. I don't watch stuff to go to sleep. Maybe that's what's under the hat. An entire bong. It's been a ruse. Regarding your appearance on the Mister's channel, review Miss Moneypenny on OG James Bond, obviously desired by 007, but the audience is never sure, only teased through the intercom. I love Moneypenny. I like the... Don't spoil me on the current, the one that just released, please. The original Moneypenny that was in, fucking hell, during Brosnan's era. I love her.
The original Moneypenny.
Well, please keep in mind that one of the first, well, it was the first movie I ever saw in the theater was Little Mermaid. The second movie was Goldeneye. So that is my Bond. That is my era. Even the games MzQueeb plays have gorgeous sound. I know, right? Like, it's just a vibe.
Great soundtrack, though.
Everybody loves the explosion that just happened.
Well, yeah, that explosion rarely happens because that's a trap room that I normally disable before picking up the wand. However, the trap itself is quite useful, as you just saw.
The original 4th Moneypenny. Y'all are killing me. Please hold. Yes, Zoe. Mom, I want you to come out. Samantha Bond.
Her name is Samantha Bond?
Her name is Samantha Bond.
That's
she
hilarious.
played Moneypenny in 4 James Bond films during the Pierce Brosnan years, and for her role on Downton Abbey as the wealthy widow Lady Rosamund Painswick. I don't know any of those words.
Isn't that very similar to another actress that took place in a Pierce Brosnan Bond movie? She was a baddie. Rosamund Pike? Yeah?
Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Yeah. So yes, I am talking about her. She is gorgeous. Moneypenny Golden, like. Did she have a
Casino Royale's the best Bond flick? I'd agree. That's my favorite Daniel Craig movie. The latest one was good. Let's not talk about it in here, though. Some people have not yet seen it.
Don't can spoil me. Indif. I was waiting for a dad joke. Thank you. Give me the dad joke. You know why I hate elevators? Half the time they're up to something. The other half they're just bringing you down. Farting in them is so disgusting on so many levels. I should really start taking steps to avoid them. That was good. It's not your best work, but it was really good. She was the aunt in Pretty Sure on Downton Abbey. I haven't watched it. So are you okay?
Later, Stoner.
Stoner, thank you so much. I do have to say, I like Casino Royale. It is the best film individually of the Bond series, I think.
I think I got it for free with my PlayStation 3 back in the day.
I would have to say it is tied for GoldenEye just because, again, that was like the first non-cartoon I saw in a movie theater, and it was such an experience to be that young, sitting in a movie theater watching that scene where he jumps off the side of the dam, and then
that was fucking cool.
And then several minutes later where he's in the plane and it like goes off the cliff and you're like, holy shit, is that it? And then it just goes,
oh please, everybody knew when that plane went.
I was like 12.
And then 5 seconds later, it's like, meow.
Queeb. I was 12. I wasn't allowed to watch movies. It was like the second movie I saw in a theater. So back the fuck up, bitch.
Fair.
Yeah. You know who my mother is? Come on. Hands together for delivery. Location doesn't match dad level pun jokes, but you got the script down. Like he's doing good. Like seriously, I can count on Indif coming in and giving me at least one dad joke every day. He's amazing. He's like I love him. I love him. Like I am not at all surprised that he is a Prime member. He's just perfect.
What's being a Prime member got to do with telling dad jokes?
No, it's like it's automatic. Like not only does he come in here to give us dad jokes, he is using his Prime sub on us.
Oh, I think you're mistaken. He's not a sub.
And no. Look at the user in chat thing. He's not even in here anymore. He left. He came in, gave us a dad joke, and left. That's commitment. Hi, Shoob. How are you? Mine was Jurassic Park, and I fell asleep and woke up to the guy getting ripped out of the porta potty. I'm sorry.
Now that you said that, my conspiracy theories are tingling.
Your conspiracy theory?
28 messages. Only jokes.
Yeah.
Once a day.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think it is?
No, I don't care who it is, but it's definitely... Alright, hold on. Did have a little bit of a bit further comments about... On one day he said 2 other things other than his dad joke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my eye on that one.
No, like I've talked about other stuff with him just momentarily, but literally he comes in.
Sleep. Don't gift a sub to someone who may not even be real.
Masterful trolling.
Thank you, dude.
Yes, get the maps in the red streak. I know he shows up in Dolphins chat as well, telling dad jokes. What?
Are the dad jokes the same? And I've got records, so I can keep track.
Torment, are they the same? Oh, is this our first official conspiracy for this channel?
I mean, other than the origin of my name.
Will there be a points redeem in MzQueeb's channel to surprise DM McQueeb? I've been thinking about that. So obviously I'm not going to take
No, there won't, Smeg.
Away from... I'm not going to take the snake rat thing away from Queeb.
I'll take it if you want, but it's a lot of extra work. I mean, you know as well as I do.
But see, if I did it, then I would have to cap both channels at like maybe 5 each, and then there would be kind of...
We're at 5 right now. It's been stuck there for 2 weeks.
It has not been stuck there for 2 weeks. Stop. I'm going to come over there and backhand you. Stop it. My point is that we would keep the number low and we could do it that way, but I don't want to like take that away, and it would be one of those things where I could see somebody coming here to this channel and getting a rat, and then going to my channel and getting a rat, like, which is fine, but then that's like, it's a thing, and it's, you know, I want something different, so I'm working on that.
You can raise the price.
I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'm not sure about surprise de-hatting. We haven't actually talked about that on this channel. I don't like pranks or jokes of any kind. Like, dad jokes are tolerable, but like any kind of prank, Queeb...
I'm pretty sure it goes without saying my thoughts on the matter.
Yes. Queeb, he will frequently like joke around with me, and I don't like it because I don't... It goes over my head, and then whenever I try to joke with him, he doesn't get it, so it's like... What turns everything into good in this here mountains? Good?
Don't understand the question.
Well, it was Shoob. I'm sure he'll figure it out. He'll figure out how to tell us. But yes, we'll have some channel redemptions. I'll make sure that they're good. We'll figure it out. Teasing is only fun to the people not being teased. I speak from experience of the TZ, part of why I became antisocial.
Yeah, I've had to change the way I behave at home for that result, for that reason.
I'm the same way.
Certain things carry, and we have mutual jokes between us, but the ones that come from our histories don't really fly all that well.
Yeah.
That's not like, partially because of what we've been through as well, right? Like,
definitely. Like I was
there's
teased
a level of trauma there, yeah.
Like teased from my family, teased during school, teased during relationships, pranks. Like I'm like even the people who would like tickle you and you don't want to be tickled, like it's not funny. Like, why are you touching me? Like, I'm only laughing because you're making me laugh and it hurts. So like, fuck off. Which kind of makes it sound like buzzkills, but we're not. Isn't that formula random for every seed? And then Shub also immediately before that said, is there a reliable way to figure out what turns everything into gold?
Oh, you're talking about like AP and Midas, what's it called? Yeah, there's you can input your seed into a website and it'll tell you what the results will be. Then you can re-roll if you don't like it. I don't have any information on that beyond that, but there is a way to find out. People have written code to determine where specific chests will spawn in certain seeds now. It's very complex.
Shub responded, like his question was the one, is there a reliable way to figure out everything turns into gold, or rather the formula for it? And then he, after you spoke, he said, I meant in-game. So is there a way to find out in-game without having to like do the additional legwork?
No idea, maybe a mod. Google's your friend there, Dud.
Pretty sure surprise de-hatting McQueeb would just be too dangerous, like taking Cyclops' visors. It's to contain his power. That would like be akin to.
It's a major trust violation. Let's put it that far.
Would, like, that would be like if I'm always wearing hoodies or whatever, like coming in and literally ripping a hoodie off of me. Like it's for him, yeah, it's part of his brand. It's also, I'm sure, a comfort thing. Like it feels comfortable and it feels cozy to wear that, and I wouldn't want to do that. In addition,
I thought about that. Like if we ever had a meetup and somebody did that, I'd probably knock them out. Like that, it's that level, and you would get that response, that fight or flight response from me.
And it's not like I don't know. I can only respond to that as a kid who had trauma and an adult who previously had trauma. But it's something where it's you're with people who you feel friendly and you somewhat trust them, and then something like that happens, and it's like it's not necessarily a big deal that what's under the hat is revealed, but it's more like you've been betrayed. And in those types of situations, bystanders don't really know what to do. Like sometimes they laugh. Sometimes they'll say, "What the fuck? What are you doing?" But sometimes people will laugh and they'll be like, this is uncomfortable, and it's just such a shitty situation to be in. When you're the one being pranked and you tell people you hate it and they tease you for that too, I'm not saying I would go this far, but one can begin to understand extreme reactions in certain situations. Absolutely.
You never know what's going through somebody's mind and how seriously they take something. But it is a formal request of mine that nobody remove my hat except myself. There is a channel reward. I don't give a fuck if people see me without my hat. I go out of the house sometimes without it on.
You usually leave the house without it on.
Sometimes I wear my McQueeb logo beard. Oh shit, I've got to put in the Sci-Fly. I really want the Sci-Fly one. But like that's yeah, that's, I don't know. I'm totally fine not wearing it, but it's just become my uniform.
Yeah. I would kind of feel a similar way if somebody came up to me and took off my glasses. Like I've only been wearing glasses a couple of years, but the allure in wearing the glasses is that I feel like I can hide behind them. If that makes sense.
Makes total sense to me.
I feel like I can hide behind my glasses. It's akin to having your bra snapped. It's just a violation. That, and I actually, I was thinking about this the other day. back when I was in middle school and high school, the really short dresses were trendy, and I wasn't allowed to wear them unless I was wearing shorts underneath. And actually had someone who, by the way, he was the vice principal's kid, the vice principal of that school's kid, come up, and he just like tried to flip my dress over my head.
Jesus
and I'm wearing
Christ.
shorts, and then he tried to yank my shorts down. Nothing happened to him, obviously, but it's like...
And this is why it's important for men to stand up when they see shit like this happening.
Cypox says, hi-o peepos. Hi-o peepos. Good luck with tonight's runs.
Thank you, Cypox. I need all the help I can get. Tonight's been pretty rough. Magisto, thank you for the resub to 10 months.
Sergeant Keen, I was wondering if there's beanie tan lines. Actually, sometimes he will get them.
Why do people do that?
Because
upbringing, sexism,
like
power.
I think you're a guy. So I don't know if you heard this as a kid, but yeah, NBM is correct. Like anytime any little boy tried to do anything, it was literally, oh, he likes you, leave him alone. Or if you ignore him, he'll go away. And we're talking having bras snapped, dresses flipped over my head. I just told you, my shorts, like some kid almost pulled my shorts down because he was mad because he couldn't see my underwear. Being hit, being chased, having things thrown at you. And for little girls, we're told, ignore him, he will go away. And for little boys, they're told, just try harder to get her attention. If you keep asking her, maybe she'll say yes. And it's like this whole thing. We did have kick means love, but it was just stupid. Nobody did that. Oh, it was absolutely a thing here. Like, if a boy was mean to you, that, like, and adults would be like, oh, cute, he likes you. And it was like a whole thing. Hold on, let me scroll back up. If I say this wrong, I apologize. Assos, AHSOOS. First time catching you live, just found an always cast Circle of Vigor wand as a starting wand.
Fucking dope.
For Nightmare, and wanted to share with the community. And he left a seed.
If you're not in Discord, go ahead. I have a Noita channel to scroll down a little bit. Feel free to leave it there. People will appreciate that, I'm sure.
Cormit wonders if there is a sci-fly mod for Noita. It wouldn't shock me.
What, like a defensive spell? I love the sound of that, actually.
Glasses are see-through. They are literally designed not to be hidden behind. Yeah, but whenever I first started wearing them, I felt like how I do when I wear sunglasses. And so sometimes I'll still feel that way, like I don't need them to read. I just need them to read slightly better than I read now. That's all. Like, I can take them off and I'm good. But sometimes when I'm feeling insecure, when I wear the glasses, I have another pair of ostentatiously neon yellow glasses that I'll wear when I don't really want to hide that much. But yeah, it's just a defense mechanism. Speaking of glasses, I started wearing mine more regularly with my new prescription. Now I wonder why I made myself struggle to read chat so long. Right? Like I actually, the box that I got yesterday, I think this is it. I got a pair of tester contact lenses to wear, so I can... Contact lenses are slightly cheaper than the glasses I get just because of how much shit I need on my glasses, like just to be able to see. Like there's the anti-scratch coat and the whatever. Like I'm still working it out.
That shit ain't cheap, yo.
It's expensive. Like McQueeb worked at a big corporation a few years ago, and when I first got my glasses, I remember being at the eye doctor and I showed him my insurance card and he's like, oh, you got that good shit. And I'm like, do I? And he's like, yeah, this is gonna cost you like maybe $20, and normally it would be like $900. And the glasses themselves were only like $200, I think. But yeah, like we're talking like progressive bifocal whatever ish, I don't know. So I got the contact lenses so I can get more glasses for cheaper. and pay like $10 for a frame instead of paying, you know, $100 for even like a $10 pair. It's a whole thing. But I kind of like them. And during the summer, it's annoying because your nose sweats, and so you're constantly having to just rub your nose. And then I can't wear my glasses when I wear a mask. So when I'm out in public, I just have to deal with it. What do you mean? Where did it go? Where did it go? What do you mean rough? I've been watching most of the night. You've had like 50 runs. It must be the most runs in a night challenge, right? Please don't ban me. My dad would have beat my ass if I told him.
I'm not fucking mean.
No, we should not.
I called people out. I was a bit rough on someone the other day. They came in, the first time they visited, I was playing Risk of Rain. And they kind of what's the word? Rudely suggested that, it was more of a demand. It was like, you've got to gamble on the shrine. And the two things that I won from that, they fell off the side of the map. And I said, well, we both learned something from that interaction, didn't we? It was unnecessary. Didn't need to say it. Felt kind of bad afterwards. And I'm sure that person won't be back. But
That's something you've talked about before. You're like, you will sometimes react hot-headed, and that you want to work on that.
I do. I really do. I sincerely do. Stephanie doesn't help. When she comes in, she's like, no, more sass, Queeb, more sass. I'm like,
That doesn't shock me. She is a troublemaker. Mama, I know. I'm going to take you out in a minute.
So invisibility will help us somewhat. As long as there's no bees in a tunnel. We've gotten further with invisibility in the last little while than anything else, so.
Hi, Big. How are you? It doesn't sound terrible. Maybe it was with a little more time. Yeah, like it's...
The problem is when I deliver shit like that, I sound really rough. I sound serious when I say stuff like that because it's the way I talk. It's the way my sense of humor works. It's me laughing off a situation that's already awkward.
At least a few times a week, I will come in here and for Queeb, I'm sure it's seemingly out of nowhere. I will say, "Are we okay?" And he's totally fine. It's just literally he'll say something and there's a tone. And one of my triggers from past abuse has been tone, like being made fun of and being talked down to and tons of like double speak and gaslighting. And so I've had to learn how not to immediately say that, but at the same time I will say, "Hey, are we good?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, why?" I don't know, because the way you're talking to me right now. I'm sorry. Please love me. It's one of my personal development goals. Respond versus react, as reactions come with emotions and responses are based in logic and reason. Queeb's asked, did you turn it off and on again?
So what Smeg just said, I'm chronically sarcastic, and for people who get it, it's fine, but for people who don't, it goes very poorly. When I first moved to the States, I said a lot of things that got me in a lot of trouble with a lot of people. And I had to learn to curb that because, yeah, coming from Australia and the UK where almost everyone speaks like that. Yeah, it can be it's weird, and I don't want to be the bad guy. Like I said, I changed my rules for backseating. I didn't want to have to do that, but as the channel gets bigger, obviously that's something that needs to change for my own sanity at the very least. And that's before we get into, you know, the potential for spoilers and stuff. So corporate America won't tolerate that. I don't really care about corporate America, so that's fine. Not worried about that, but I am worried about interpersonal relationships.
Same, I got gaslit by a lot of ex-girlfriends now. I suffer from some hypersensitivity. Tone is definitely huge. It's So I don't agree with this. Well, not with what you said, what I'm about to say. I don't agree with this, but there is this line of thinking in the, I guess you'd call it the self-help, the self-therapy community.
And
it is whenever someone is giving you attitude or they're being an asshole to you, you are to look at them as a 5-year-old child, because most of the shit that people do stems from childhood trauma. I don't agree with that.
Seems like an overly simplistic way of looking at things.
Like, it's akin to the whole, like, what we were literally just talking about. Ignore him and maybe he'll go away. It's on par with that. It's like this very pacifist sort of, oh, he didn't mean to treat me like that. He's, you know, he's an unhealed 5-year-old and it's fine. I'll understand. It's like, no, he was a dick. He was a dick.
That doesn't give them the right to talk to people the way they do.
Yeah, it's like, I can see where that line of thinking comes from. I completely understand. At the same time, I think it's a load of fucking bullshit. And I say that as someone who has spent, like, I started working on myself at the beginning of the pandemic. So we're now, like, we are at 2 years in of intense self-work on myself and figuring out what my triggers are and changing my tone and how I speak to people, so I don't go off half-cocked in corporate situations or with strangers and all that shit. But, like, yeah, that whole Queeb, I don't really care about America. I mean,
you're not far wrong.
Does anybody right now?
Country's a joke.
Hey, AJ Pack, please tell me how to say your name. That would make me very happy if you could tell me how to say your name. He says that is they say that's a very interesting thing to take, to say the least. It's very weird. Meg said self-help oversimplifying complex problems. That never happens. The whole thing, I am definitely someone who thinks there should be accountability. Like, that is one of the reasons why it has taken me so long to work through some of this shit. Because, for instance, my mother was a bad mother. My logic is that she should take accountability. She does not. Therefore, like, we're now at this stalemate where she's not going to take accountability. So then what? It's like a stalemate, right? And so one of the many things I've had to learn to do is how to accept that and sit with that. Like, the response was, well, I don't remember any of that, but if it makes you feel better, I'm sorry.
Oh,
like, what?
That's gotta be so.
Go fuck yourself. But this is not a mother conversation. This is not a mother conversation, because it could go on for hours, and we're not doing that. You people are here to watch some Noita and listen to me ramble a little bit.
Well, they're here to watch decent Noita gameplay, and so far I haven't provided. So
you know what? You're just warming up. You're just warming up.
We are 2.5 hours into the stream, MzQueeb.
You took a very long break. You took a very long break from Noita. You're getting back into it. You had a bunch of really good days.
So I posted the first part of the 18-hour all boss sun challenge video, and a couple of the comments were really sweet. They're like, "The king is back." It's like, okay. Shrink my head back down.
People like watching you play Noita for some damn reason. NBM says, I wish we had universal healthcare. Having access to therapy is amazing. Absolutely. And we've talked about this before. We haven't talked about it in a while, unless Queeb has done it when I haven't been in the stream.
I do talk about this stuff occasionally, but we
jokingly say TikTok helped us.
Oh, I'm not joking at all when I say that.
But it's like, it's only jokingly that we say, well, it's TikTok, but really, and whenever people hear TikTok, they think dancing and whatnot. You're on mainstream TikTok. You have to, like, niche down. You have to follow hashtags for stuff that you actually care about in order to weed all of that shit off of your timeline. Like, right now, my feed is self-help, business, streaming, not a lot of snake stuff anymore, organization, and fitness and meal prep. Like that's what I see when I log into TikTok. And being able to see therapists talking about these things, like actual licensed practicing therapists give you steps on how to do these things and how to work out whenever you're just so angry you want to hit something, but instead of like screaming, you start crying, and you're suddenly at work and you're hiding in the bathroom, you're sobbing, and people are like, oh my God, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like, I just want to kill Deborah. I just want to kill her. And having to work through something like that. TikTok is absolutely like, TikTok is the reason I am the way that I am right now. Because I've learned how to process things and how to talk about things. And it's worked on Queeb too. Like we send each other stuff constantly. And the biggest thing has been like ADHD symptoms. And it's like, oh, well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, Fire Jar Fairy and I met through there.
We've met a lot of people through there.
Yeah.
Are there any good countries? Rethinking Sleep says Narnia. Replace the T and cat with a J and add Hodgepack. I can do that. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. American don't really like it here, especially as of late. I If I didn't have snakes and I didn't have dogs, it would be a much different conversation. But I have dogs that are not accepted in most countries, and I have reptiles who are very, very young, and I need to be very careful where I take them because some countries don't even allow them. So I am here. When I think TikTok, I actually think information theft. I'm not on that TikTok, so I wouldn't know.
They're referring to the isn't it owned by Tencent or part owned by Tencent now?
I believe so.
Yeah, Chinese company.
It is a Chinese company, but they're all bad. Chinese, Russian, American. I mean, they're all in the same league. So. Come on.
Pick a flavor. They're all bad, yeah.
Once you get past the surface level stuff, TikTok is amazing. It is absolutely fantastic. And the people who are like, I could never do that. I couldn't want it. I beg you, just go find a couple of hashtags, follow them, and even just for like maybe 10 minutes here and there, go through, and the stuff that you actually watch all the way through and like it. If you like that person, follow them. If you really like the video, comment, and then the algorithm will show you more of that thing. The ones that just they kill me are the people who make these rude ass comments. They're like, I don't know why you're all over my FYP. This is fucking ridiculous. It's like, well, you're commenting on this person's video that you don't want to see them anymore. However, your actions are telling the algorithm that you do in fact not only want to see them, but you interact with their content.
Yeah, please give me hate comments on YouTube, please.
So it's like, please, by all means.
It's the best thing you could do for my videos.
The people who get those comments and then they go to that person's page, it's like, oh, I see the problem. You're following me. So you're seeing me on your FYP, which if you don't know, that stands for you page. You're being shown things for you because you have followed and you have liked and you're now commenting. So yes. So like it's fascinating. And then one of the coolest things is I will think that something is trending, like a song is trending or a type of video is trending. It's not. It's trending in the area of TikTok that I'm at, but it's not like massively trending. So you look at the song and it'll say, oh, it only has like 1,000 videos. I'm like, really? Because I swear I had to have seen all 1,000 videos that feature this song. Jesus Christ. Cyfox says, Mick and MzQueeb, you two are the best. Smeg says universal healthcare is not good therapy. It's the junk food of therapy. It's therapy, but I get it. Like I don't think I will ever actually go to an actual therapist just because it's.
I recommend it. Highly recommend it after what we've been through the last year.
I have a tendency with my
Not MzQueeb and I, by the way. This is external factors. We're good.
Part of my trauma
Greatest relationship
is
I've ever had.
thank you. Part of my trauma is that the people that I've trusted in my life have just like flat out betrayed me. Like not having parents actually give a shit, and having teachers just like want to get you out of the way, and having your workplace managers and supervisors fuck with your emotions and toy with you to get you to, you know, do more work and or not accept a raise or not ask for a raise or whatever. And so me being in a therapy situation, I would blindly listen to everything a therapist said. Absolutely, 4,000%. I would not put any sort of thought behind it because they're a trained professional. They're telling me what I should do. So once I work through that, then yes, I could go to therapy, but it's not something that would work now. I only use social media for memes or interesting food for thought, political thought, pages that may post memes. Flat. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I said it that way. The A is very flat, such as in the word flat. So flat pack, cash pack. You got to find the dude that talks about animals. He's incredible. I follow a bunch of those. Do you follow the wolf guy? I follow the wolf guy. They had like a 9-year-old wolf that just passed. Apparently, wolves in the wild only live 5 to 6 years, and in captivity they live like double that. And so this guy was like 9 years old and he died. It's like a very big deal. Noita is pretty cool fudge. My TikTok is very confused. It's half Caroline Polachek, and I hope I said that right, and half the Council Rogue. I just started seeing the Rogue in Council Wars. I had no idea that Auntie was involved. I had no idea. I'm so stoked about this, but I'm torn. I am so torn because I
don't quite understand the thing.
It's make believe. It's all make believe.
Oh, I know that, but I don't quite get it.
It's like the Harry Potter houses. You have to pick which Harry Potter house you are. That's
I'm Council the whole way.
See, I'm
because he's so fucking cool.
So normally I was Vanta.
Never. Wait, isn't that the Council?
No, that's the whole thing. So normally I'm Vantalord because like he's a Vantalord. Come on, but then Che, is that the other guy? I don't like him. I don't like his humor. I don't like him, so I'm definitely not him. But then there was an uprising, and there's like another council that's coming up. So that's a thing. And then Auntie came forward. Auntie Nathan came forward with all the aunties and like the sisterhood and whatnot. And so then they rose up. But then on top of that, the sisterhood broke off. So now the sisterhood and the aunties and Che and Vanta, and there is this whole thing.
I'll start my own council.
So now I don't know what to do because I don't, the only person I don't like is Che. Please don't send his people after me. I love him. I don't like him, but I love him. So I have no idea. I like watching car crash compilations on YouTube. Sergeant Kenai said the bearded ones. My YouTube happens to have a lot of legal talk.
They happen to have beards, yes. A couple of people on the planet do.
Smeg said, what is that top left spell?
Top left one?
Top left.
This one? It's acid ball. You throw a very slow moving acid. It's same acid ball that the little slime guy sends you. Leave TikTok for a bit, they said. Go watch, they said. It's just more TikTok talk. What's up, Box and Dust?
Twitter has been really bad with sending push notifications of borderline and not safe for work stuff out of nowhere. Only recently learned that interacting with notification triggers the algorithm to send more. I don't even use my Twitter anymore, but following streamers. I can't. I stay away from Twitter. I know what kind of stuff you're talking about.
Thirst traps, MzQueeb.
Oh no. I've seen people talk about other stuff, like illegal stuff.
Oh shit, okay, I had no idea.
Hardcore stuff. And yeah, like now if you interact with it, it shows you more. And so as a result, I do not I have Twitter on my phone. I have not logged in. because I started to. I'm like, no, don't do it. I do not load it on my computer. When I do load it, I don't log in. Like I want nothing to do with Twitter. And I say that as someone who was I was like an early adopter. I was on Twitter for a fuck ton of time, and it is completely different from how it used to be. I've chosen no sides. I am but a watcher. So this guy tells the info in the funniest ways possible. Firejar, can you tell me who it is? Which animal person it is? I live in Oregon. Everyone has a beard. The pink circle for sale. Never saw that spell.
That is projectile gravity field. It's like if a projectile carrying that hits an enemy, that enemy then gets like a little vacuum circle around them and other stuff. So it's kind of like homing if you're homing on a budget.
Okay, that makes sense. So what I'm hearing is I need to move to Oregon to find bearded dudes who want to play Diablo 3. Correct. I don't know about the D3 part. If you want to find a bearded guy, they live here. Absolutely. HackerBot said that he heard on a separate Twitch channel people talking about illegal kid stuff on Twitter. That is correct. That is what I'm referring to. It's bad. Like, people have been complaining about it. They've been writing Twitter, and Twitter's doing nothing. So, rethinking sadly cannot grow a beard. So sad. I remember when Facebook was college only, you used it to find parties. I've never been on that version of Facebook. Sadly, I'm on the disgruntled parents hating everything their children do side. Thank you, Firejar. Casually says I can grow a shitty beard. I've seen the men in my family on both sides. If I were a man, yes, I would be in that boat. This dude, I actually had to unfollow. I like his content, but I did have to unfollow because a lot of I'm really sensitive to animal. It was a tiger or a lion being torn apart by other animals. And so I was really sensitive to that. So it was that. And then I scrolled past very quickly, and then it was something else, a similar vein. Scroll past that, and there was something else, similar vein. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to unfollow. I won't interact. I'll be fine. Under the Desk News, amazing stuff. She does stuff for LA Post, LA Weekly, something like that. And I watched one of her live streams. It was chaotic, not because of her, but because people were, they were just demanding, like what about Prince Andrew now? What is it? What's going on? And it's literally stuff she literally just mentioned like 45 seconds prior. It's chaotic.
Box of Dust. I think I messaged you recently. MzQueeb, you know Box of Dust.
I do know Box of Dust.
You should see his fucking beard. I am jealous.
Really?
It is fucking...
I would like to see...
like dark-haired version of Santa Claus. It's amazing.
If anyone has an impressive beard, we do need a beard tab in Discord if we don't have one.
Put it on your thing.
I need to do it. Firejar is correct. Elise Meyer is also one of the funniest people alive. She's hilarious. I love her.
Which one's Elise Myers?
She is the 100 tacos person.
She's not the one that did the thing with explaining NFTs.
No.
Recently, right?
No. Have you not heard the 100 taco story?
No, don't think so.
She told the story. I'm going to tell this very badly, so feel free to go find it. She went on, she used a dating app, and she went out with a guy.
Oh.
And he made her pick him up.
Got it. I have heard this one, yeah.
Took him to Taco Bell. Or he directed her to Taco Bell. He ordered 100 tacos, crunchy tacos. He did the thing where he pretended not to have a wallet, so she had to pay for 100 crunchy tacos.
I tell him to go fuck himself right there. It's like, what?
15 to 20 minutes for the tacos to be made. He directs her to his house where he lives with his dad, which there's nothing wrong with that. This is California. People have to live with other people.
How do you sleep through that?
And his dad said, "Do you want to come see my studio?" And she was just kind of like, "You know what? I don't." And she got up and she picked up all the tacos and she left. And then there was someone in the comments. I don't know, Sergeant, if you actually looked at the comments. At least one person has gone out with this guy, aside from Elise. They think it's the same guy. So he has made 2 women buy tacos for him.
That's fucking weird. I mean, it's the dating scene in LA, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. It's like dredges out here. Zoe? Are you killing Dad?
Like death would be a suitable.
I smell that now, Mother. He's like, what?
Oh, maybe McQueeb isn't making up the farts.
Oh no, you sometimes do, because she's not even in the damn room, and you say that shit. I have literally
not once.
been.
I would never.
Stop. I have been. Whenever I go to sleep, I have to shut the office door and shut our bedroom door because we have tile in the house. It echoes. I can hear literally every word that he says. And there have been times where he has said, "Zoe, that's disgusting." Office door is shut. Bedroom door shut. She's in the bedroom with me.
No.
Oh, yes. I am calling you out, sir. I am calling you out. We do have a farting ghost. I'm the guy who convinced multiple women to buy me 100 tacos. If I need that guy to make a YouTube video.
Oh, you never would. He never would. He must know what's coming. Unless he's doing it as a meme, which he'll probably claim even if the intentions were serious.
Wish it worked that way. Dating costs more than taxes for those without sexy beard. I want to believe Zoe's telekinetic farting
Oh,
power.
there's a second one. There's a follow-up. The sequel. Nice, Zoe. Thanks.
Mama, are you doing okay? You fought?
She is not doing okay.
She's so cute right now. You fought? Oh, if we have that camera, we're gonna set it up so it looks at you right there. Is that okay? Can it look at you at your pretty face? Yeah. If I just a question, if I put a redemption on my don't look away. If I put a redemption on my own channel that says name a fart from Zoe. If people did that, could you fart on command? Yes or no?
You know she could.
She probably could. She could figure it out. We need a dog microphone pointed at that dog's ass. Praying to get COVID right now. Zoe emote. I love you, Dad. I mean, you keep saying her name. She just wants your attention. Maybe it's like the candle situation where the fart reaches far. McQueeb just sweating from the farts. At Smeg says, look, $5 is decent for a round of time crisis. That ain't that expensive to date. What did you put, Kat? What is that? You
can modify emotes.
Every time she lets one rip. Okay, hold on. I'm writing that down. Fart counter. I need a fart counter. Because I can guarantee you she will be in here with me. I know! I'm writing it down and then we'll go outside. Please hold on. Fart counter for Zoe's open parentheses and close parentheses. There we go. Which ideas? 2, since I already have one. What do you feed her? She eats
Fuck you. Fucking fuck.
Are you okay?
I'm good. You okay?
Jesus Christ. She eats raw beef and dry dog food mix. But as someone who has been her mother since she was 8 weeks old, no matter what I feed her, she has been a farter. Loaf, on the other hand, is not at all. I think he's farted maybe once. He just doesn't do it. Many people are mentioning Time Crisis. I don't know what that is.
It's an arcade game with a light gun.
Ah.
That Time Crisis is the one that fucking Box of Dust and I drove all the way to fucking Kalamazoo to buy.
I still don't know, but it's fine. Magisto says, did you get your lights yet, Queeb?
Lights.
From the wish list? We haven't received anything yet.
The only lights we got were the string of LED lights.
And that was from RNG. So from what I've noticed, it takes them...
Oh, no. Magisto ordered the ring light.
Oh, the ring light.
The really cool ring light.
Actually, I can look and see. I mean, it's probably just going to say it's
I added a bunch of stuff to the wish list, by the way. That you guys keep fucking buying shit too fast. God, what a terrible situation to be in, right?
The ring light has been shipped. So it's good. So it has been shipped. I don't have it yet. Today is Friday. If we don't get it tomorrow, then we may get it Monday. But I will stay on top of it. Anonymous, thank you so much for giving the dog head man a tier 1 sub. That's very super cool of you. Dr. Dro, thank you so much for checking out our stream for the very first time. Awesome. I love the TY content or the YouTube content. Keep it up.
YT content, yeah.
Well,
Elemental is one of the reasons why that list keeps getting shorter, yeah.
Elemental.
Fucking go at it now. I added a ton of shit last night.
Can confirm the LA area is burning garbage fire. Don't use dating apps. Honestly, as someone who lives, stop. We're gonna go poop. We're gonna go poop. Give me a minute. Can I talk to chat for like 30 seconds? Yeah.
She's gonna drop another one.
Get your baby. Get the baby. With the LA County area. I have not dated out here, so this is secondhand knowledge from the women in all of the groups that I'm in. They recommend joining Los Angeles or Metropolis City Facebook groups that way.
Metropolis City?
Like Metropolis/City. There was a slash in my head.
Oh, right. No. I'm thinking like, what's Metropolis City? I've never been there. Sounds like something out of Batman.
Because I'm feeling really stressed right now because Zoe is trying to pry me out the door and I'm trying to answer questions.
Well, we'll be here when you get back.
Well, I will forget. So that's why I'm trying to get this out now. So they recommended Facebook groups for your nearest major city. Do that, or change the setting for people who aren't in LA. Change the setting for your dating apps. Change the city to either the nearest major city or the nearest major city that you will visit, and go that way. And
stuck on a fucking pixel again. Thanks, Nola. Sorry, MzQueeb, go on.
It's fine. This is just a little stressful. The other option would be, and this will only work for a certain subsection of the populace. If you happen to have a female friend who is in one of those groups, ask her to pitch you to her friends. Seriously, we have at least once a day, we have someone saying, hey, this is my friend. His name is Justin. He's really nice. Like, seriously. Like, and it gives like a small bio. This is what he does for work. This is how tall he is. He is not in debt. He went to college.
How do you feel about the height thing, MzQueeb? What would you consider to be an acceptable height? for you to date?
I'm actually a very good person to ask about this because I used to be a 6'+ girl.
Oh, but you've changed. I'm 5'9", by the way, so
I have changed. We have talked about this. Stop acting like we haven't.
Well, that acting like I wouldn't. It's method acting because I can't remember.
Jesus Christ! Someone shoot me. The reason is because I am 5'6", and I feel gargantuan, and that's something that I felt when I was like 90 pounds, and when I've been like 240 pounds. Like I feel like I have a large frame, and I don't. It's just it's perception. And I'd always said 6 foot over.
Somebody bought the snake hats.
Why are you encouraging him? God damn it. What I ended up doing was I changed my focus. So instead of looking for someone who was 6 feet, I looked for someone who would make me feel dainty, who would make me feel small. And
okay, that makes sense.
And this is a whole huge story. I will not get into it because we have talked about this before, but I made a list and I got McQueeb that way. My list was 115 items. I narrowed it down to 9 specific items that I wanted, and the item for height was changed from over 6 feet to he makes me feel dainty. McQueeb, he's only a couple of inches taller than me. And the person I dated prior to McQueeb was 6'7".
6'7", fucking hell.
Yeah. Like
that is tall.
6'7", like physically, Jason Momoa. Like I was happy there, but there were a lot of fucking issues, and I had to sit there and figure out: do I really care about what someone physically looks like? And the answer is no. I would much rather be able to say to McQueeb, "Hey, don't talk to me like that," and have him say, "I'm sorry, what did I say?" And I said, "You said this in this way, and it made me feel threatened. That was a trigger for me. I need you to please not talk that way to me," and have him be man enough and confident enough to say, "Holy shit, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Let me rework how I need to say that." That is more important to me than what someone looks like. So once I changed my strategy, I married someone who was 5'9". Did I think I would ever marry someone who was only like 3 inches taller than me? No. Like,
be a good human, folks.
Seriously, it's wonderful. Like he is perfect. I love him to death. I don't care about the height thing. Anytime I see someone pitching like, "Oh, I'm 5 foot. I'll only date people who are over 6'5".
But it's a thing. Like
it is a thing.
Especially, so social media has kind of made this a bit of a meme. There's channels out there where it's like, there's a really tall, well, I think it's her channel, and she'll supposedly meet people for the first time with a cameraman hiding in the bushes or whatever, and they're sitting down at the table waiting for her. Oh no, sorry, she's sitting at the table. The potential suitor comes up, and she stands up to give them a hug or whatever, and she's like, I don't know, tall, like 7, so like big lady, like Lady Dimitrescu size, right? And then the man gets all like shy and coy and doesn't know what to do, and he's like, "Oh, actually, I've got to go and do this thing that I'm making up on the spot." Somebody bought my socks cat template. You absolute beautiful person. Thank you. That's the socks, by the way. Oh, it's a brand. It's not the same colors, but yeah, that's the ones that are very important to me. You're not coming through.
Is it the ones that made you cry when I bought them for you?
Yep.
How dare you? How dare you, Chad? I had a grandmother that was 6'9". 6'9"? Needless to say, all the people on my father's side of the family are giants. Everyone on my dad's side is over 6 foot. My brothers are over like 6'3", 6'5". And then on my mother's side, it's also that height. I'm actually the shortest person in my family. And the only other person that was even close to my size was my grandmother. We were the same height. Everyone else is like gigantic. Like creepily so. My nephew,
like Lady Dimitrescu. Yeah.
There's like 3 years in between my nephews, and the older one got the height genes from his mom, who was like 4'11", and the younger one got his height genes from my brother, who is 6'5". And so the younger one, I want to say it was like 3 or 4, was taller than the older one was at almost 7. And now he's like a foot taller than his older brother. It's like, it's fucking creepy. He's gonna surpass 6'5". No question.
Wait, you cried over socks. This is a story you must hear. Nothing much to hear, MzQueeb.
No, we talked about this. Queeb is Australian. He fell in love with an Australian skater sock brand. I hope I said that right.
Yep.
You can't get them here in the States.
You can now. I think they have a corporate office here.
Well, no, because they're very difficult to find. They're not easily stocked here. Rethinking Sleep, thank you so much. I hope you have a really good night. I looked everywhere for these socks for years. The socks he had holes in them. And I would buy him more socks, but he would still hang on to the ones that had the holes in them. Like, he was in love with them.
Yeah, any of the other ones that I got were just like, they didn't meet my very high standards. I would rather have holes than what else we had.
I don't care. So for like every month or so, I would look for these socks. These very specific socks. Could not find them anywhere. I finally found them at a skater company in Australia. So I bought him how many pairs?
It's like 4 packs of 12 or so. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, the reason I had to buy so many is because the shipping charge was slightly less than the number of socks I bought. I'm like, I am not going to pay that much money for shipping unless I'm buying a fuck ton of socks. So I bought him a fuck ton of socks. It took 6 weeks to get here. Gave them to him. I didn't wrap them. I just like gave him the thing, and he opened it and he cried when he saw what brand they were.
It was less to do with the fact that, like, yeah, the gift meant a lot, but I'm at the age now where socks excite me. Like, that was a really special gift because we don't really do Christmas much around here, and that's my fault. It's another thing I would like to change, by the way. I would like to do something a little bit more special next year. But it was one of those things where the thought, you know how they're saying the thought that counts? It's so fucking true, and she knows me, and it moved me to tears. I was overcome from a pair of socks, or a shitload of socks, as the case may be.
Definitely. Varieties says, when that grandma, I'm assuming the 6'9" grandma, offers you food, you don't say no. Did they say no to their grandma when they offered them food? I don't know. Like, my grandmother, she would literally...
I have never known my grandparents. Sorry, my grandmothers.
I've never known them. Grandfathers. We've actually talked about this, I think, because you didn't know your grandmother.
It's just another thing we are alike with, I guess.
But my grandmother, my mother is one of those picky palate children who would only eat certain things. And then when she grew up and had kids, she didn't try to give us healthy stuff. She made us eat what she ate, which meant that we ate weird shit. And so I remember being 14 and my mother driving us to see her, and we wouldn't get there until like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And her mother would get up and make slightly burnt pancakes because that's what I liked to eat.
It sounds really good.
French fries. Like,
tell me we can make pancakes in the air oven fryer dehydrator.
We got a cast iron skillet. We would make pancakes in a cast iron skillet.
But that doesn't use the machine.
You want to use the machine to make the pancakes?
You want to use the machine for everything.
I love the machine. The machine's amazing. She would make sausage patties, and then she knew I didn't like sausage patties, so she would specifically, if she knew that we were coming, she would get one of my uncles to go to the local grocery store, which wasn't even like it wasn't even like what's the word, like a name brand store. It was literally like a local little store, and buy the actual type of sausage that I like, which is the kielbasa, because obviously. I like it slightly, obviously, and she would make it slightly burnt. And this woman would be up until like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, cooking food for us. Just because, like, that was her love language.
Solcher and Chade, thank you. I didn't miss your message earlier. I appreciate it. Sure. I'm gonna need all the help I can get here.
Definitely. Meridians, thank you very much. That was a sweet gift. It took fucking forever, but I'm glad that I found them. I'm glad that he got them.
The brand of socks is Globe, by the way.
Globe, and the socks specifically, this was the hard part. They are black with white lettering.
Yeah, you look on Amazon, you can get them now. In fact, the ones that were ordered tonight.
Mm-hmm. They finally added them to Amazon, of course.
Well, it's from a different seller, and I had to get colors, but that's fine. Still awesome. Amazing socks.
But yeah, like they're super good. We have a similar foot size. His foot's like a slight bit bigger than mine. I have big feet. And they grip very well on the leg, and they don't the leg part doesn't wear out.
I'm sorry, you've been wearing my socks? Is this how they got holes in them in the first place?
When you moved in, they had holes. Don't even come up in here. I said no to my grandma all the time. She tried to get me to eat a lot of pickled things. I wish mine would have, because then I would have had a more advanced palate than I do now. Like, I'm only just now, like I discovered mayonnaise since the pandemic started, because nobody told me that that's how you make the perfect grilled cheese. Nobody told me. I had to discover it through TikTok, of all fucking places. When McQueeb stream turns into a sock sale stream. Absolutely. Plaid Gravy says divorce. That is correct. Apparently I have a problem. I'm now looking at these socks on Amazon. I've been sold. They're super good. Yeah, they're good. Try them. I've gotten him I think they're not, but like one of the more premium brands that they sell at Target, the sport socks. I've gotten him those, and those wore out. Not wore out, but like they weren't as they weren't as.
The great thing with these socks is that they're conforming, and they're the right thickness. You can wear them with whatever you want. A lot of the socks that I've been gifted or that I've tried before were way too thick. These ones you can wear to bed if you want, if that's your thing. You can wear them with slacks and dress shoes, or jeans and sneakers. It doesn't matter.
I've worn them with boots, because I don't. I'm from the South. I don't own socks. I use my husband's socks if I need them, and they are perfect in boots. I can't do pickled things. I'm the same way until I made my own pickled onions at home, and they're fucking phenomenal. If you want good mayo for your grilled cheese, Duke's is the best. Thank you very much. Thoughts on kimchi?
Let's have this conversation, Talat Jamal. Yeah, MzQueeb. Yesterday I told McQueeb to try chicken patiala, and he scolded me. What exactly did I say?
I have no idea.
He said he was going to message you directly to tell you that.
Maybe he did, and I just haven't gotten it. I'm sorry. I'm scatterbrained.
He didn't message you, and I'm hoping he didn't. That was my point, is don't message MzQueeb with the fucking food stuff you try. No, this is a serious conversation. This is the whole parasocial relationship business. Like, it's cool to say something in chat, but then you said it 3 times in a row. and it became a bit much, and I'm like, let's just leave it there. Not only that, to follow up with your almost demands about seeing our own food pantry. It's weird. Don't be weird.
It's just interesting. But I understand what you're saying. I get it. So once again, thoughts on kimchi. I have had it before. I've had authentic kimchi. My boyfriend at the time's mother had made it. It's not my thing. However, I didn't realize this was a thing. There is something called kimchi seasoning. And I have used it in spaghetti for Queeb, not recently, but in a past pasta dish, and he loved it. It has also been on pizza, the tiny little pizzas that I make for Queeb, and he has loved it. Will I incorporate kimchi? No, I won't. It is very stinky, and we all know how Queeb is with his nose. But yes.
My nose is now broken thanks to Zoe.
You're welcome. Mayo on grilled cheese. Thinly spread mayo on grilled cheese. Use it instead of butter. You cannot taste the mayo because you're not gooping it. It's literally just a replacement for the butter. It grills it up very nicely. What is it with women from the South? My wife only wears flip-flops and heels. It's too damn hot to wear socks and like boots and stuff, baby.
Love it. The Southern comes out as you're talking about that.
It's a switch. It's too damn hot. It's too damn hot. I don't even wear. I have like a pair of flip-flops here now. I don't wear them. I just go outside barefoot. Like if I'm going to check them out, don't care. I don't need shoes. Yes, Zoe, hold on. I like pickled food. Has vinegar on. I'm probably gonna eat it. She has like 2 fucking pairs of socks. That's probably factual. I'm the same way. Magisto likes kimchi. How did that leaper not deal damage? Ordinary. Hello. Is it Liberto?
Liberto.
Is that it? Or is it Iberto? I think we've had this conversation and I don't remember. Okay, cool. Yes, I know. I told Chat. Chat knows that you didn't mean to fart. You're just a stinky dog. I know, but it's okay.
Talat Jamal, you could probably just leave the conversation alone. Had you not have said anything to my wife who's sitting in the same room trying to spark some kind of discourse, I wouldn't have remembered and frankly don't care. Yet you came in guns blazing. What do you want me to do? Sit here and say nothing? Allow you to continue that line of questioning? No. Don't be fucking weird. End of story.
Okay, hold on. Traditional Korean meals often do kimchi with fried spam. She did make fried spam, and also oxtail soup. Like that was her thing. Like I would stay over for the weekend, and then I would go home, and my roommate would be like, "What is that smell in your hair?" And I'd have to like explain, "No, it's Korean food." Like it's Korean food that I didn't eat. I'm sorry, it's nasty. I know. I've lived in SoCal my whole life. Southern heat, humidity absolutely crushes me. Same. It is disgusting. It is vile. It's humid in the house right now because it's so hot here. Well, it's not, relatively speaking. It's disgusting. Like I want to peel my skin off.
You had oxtail once. Once was more than enough. I've heard with stews and stuff, it's like decent, right? Like you don't even know what the meat is coming from, essentially.
It's a very specific taste and a very specific smell.
My dad had tripe a couple of times, and I was just retching. Like that was.
We'll take 100+ dry heat over humidity in a day. Oh, absolutely. People like. I've said before, 112 degrees. I can do that. I can do 112 degrees in Dallas. I can do that. With no shoes, I can do it. I do 80 degrees here in Southern California? Barely. It's just disgusting. It's gross. It's a lot. It's totally cool. Thank you for the apology. This is Queeb's channel. we kind of poke fun and whatnot, but it is Queeb's channel, so whatever makes him feel comfortable, then let's make sure that he stays comfortable. If fast food places and other locations that use mayo like that is a third component to the meal, like an entire third, it did not slop the mayo on that, I'd probably be fine with mayo. The problem is because they do, the others follow suit, and so fuck mayo. Exactly. It's a weird taste, and then there's like, my mother was one of those people who was like, she would say like she wouldn't eat mayonnaise, she would eat Miracle Whip because they're two different things apparently. And like, I'd have to have this discussion with other people. Like, I would have a friend come over and they're like, oh, you said you have mayo, you just have Miracle Whip. That's salad dressing.
Wait, Miracle Whip salad dressing? Wait, what?
Miracle Whip was, I don't know if they still are, they were built as a salad dressing. Like a random mayo, my mother would not
Miracle Whip is something you put in cakes?
You can use it as a replacement. Same thing with applesauce. It's one of those things you can use as a substitute for stuff. The mayo that we have in the fridge right now, it's avocado mayo. So it's made with like avocado oil. But yeah, I had no idea. I didn't understand the proper use of mayo. And now
Miracle Whip instead of mayo. What?
Seriously, she said it tastes different. Like it has an entirely different taste. See?
One is dessert. One is
Whip instead of a mayo person. I'm telling you, it's weird. Some like
Miracle Whip is just fake mayo. I'm not thinking of the right thing. Apparently not, because Miracle Whip you put in like actual cakes or on top of a fucking. I have to look at this. What the hell?
This is gonna sound crazy, but grab some buckets. And
okay, hold up. No, this does look like mayonnaise, and it looks like it's in a mayonnaise jar. Even it looks like Hellmann's. Okay, this is not what I'm thinking of. What am I thinking of? The tub of it's a wider tub, flatter. It's about this big, big plastic lid you rip off. Cool Whip. Yes. Okay.
Cool Whip.
I'm thinking of Cool Whip.
Say that again. Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Okay.
It's fun. It really is.
I learned something new every day, and every day I hate it more here.
Oops, didn't think that'd be a link. My bad. Oh, I don't know how to say your name. Aguelithan? Did pain.exe. I think I made a grilled cheese with olive oil last night. I was surprised how good it came out. I'm serious. The whole thing is just fucking weird, right? It's fucking weird. And it's stuff that nobody has taught.
You don't go to Miracle Whip school at during K through 12?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Miracle Whip gets used in just about every way mayo does, whether or not it should be. Miracle Whip is a mayo sugar type. Yes, thank you. I think someone else mentioned it too. Yeah, it's supposedly. I can't answer. I have not tried it.
I don't even know how we got on this subject.
I've only had Miracle Whip, or not Miracle Whip. I've only had mayo like whenever I order a burger and they put it on when I specifically say no. And I've had it at my mother's, but to me they taste the same. I can't detect if there's a difference. Isn't it weird? Like, I had no idea. Obviously everyone in this chat has the munchies. Miracle Whip and mayo are both equally disgusting. They are, however...
Normally when people talk about food, I get real hungry. Like, I can visualize. Today, not so much. So whatever we're talking about is completely okay with me.
I think we should take a second, go make a sandwich and come back. Panini party in the works. You can freeze Cool Whip as a super diet ice cream sub. I've heard of that.
A super... I have heard of that. As an ice cream what?
As an ice cream substitute.
Isn't the fat content pretty high? And the only reason I'm not talking about like, but the way it's made, it's like artificial because it affects my guts more than regular whipped cream.
Good to know. Okay.
I still love it though. I'll eat the fuck out of it.
We actually have a can in the of whipped cream in the fridge. I got it for the dogs so they could have a treat, and I'm actually shocked that it's still in there. So maybe that's why. Maybe I just didn't make
yes, Liberto. Yes, thank you for explaining to chat what I was talking about. Yeah.
It's just a flavor conduit. You got to put extra stuff in it, like chipotle mayo. Dang, time to start talking about some really tasty food like Ethiopian or something.
Oh, I do like Ethiopian food.
I randomly saw a woman making Ethiopian food on TikTok, and it looks so amazing. I've never seen it made before, and it looks fantastic. And then, of course, the fucking app refreshes, and I can't find it again.
Oh, I hate that.
I'm not happy. I mean, it was fine when it's in things like a part of the filling for deviled eggs, as an example, but not as a condiment on its own. You are correct. Okay, I need to go take care of dogs. I may or may not be back. Please behave, children. Mind your father. Please leave him alone. He's doing his best.
Thank you, MzQueeb.
Be well. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.
So once again, all I've proven from these runs is that they're fucking hard. Oh my god. Start doing garlic mayo. Minced garlic and mayo. Yeah, that sounds good. Toasted, grilled sandwiches can have mayo on the outside instead of butter. And that works too. Different flavor. Fucking hell. Alright, I got about one more run in me of this, and we have to switch to something else. We'll play some more Ring of Rain, Ring of Pain. But we'll activate the art stream so people can draw pictures of items and or enemies. Am I okay? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. It's a fucking hard challenge, man. Yeah. It's a hard challenge. No wonder I was so excited. I can't wait to watch that actually. On the 2-year anniversary, which is coming up in about 10 days, we're gonna do a reaction stream, since that's the popular thing on Twitch these days, except hey, it's my content. I can't really copyright myself. And I have the clean footage, so it's literally just gameplay. I'm not on the screen, I don't think, and there's no audio from me as well. So I think that'll be fun. You could claim yourself. Actually, in saying that, people have tried to get around all the bullshit nonsense claims on YouTube by doing exactly that. Because if multiple parties claim the same content, it goes into like a holding, and I think the revenue is potentially shared, so you at least get something back. Jim Sterling tried it a while back. He called it the DMCA lockout. And I think Tom Scott or somebody tried something very similar. God, my life for just water potions at the beginning of every run. Weird fungus. Should we do it? Shouldn't even ask. I know the answer. Aside from dying, how do you win this game? There's a couple of different ways to finish the game. One is a scaling system based on handing in a boss item. But the number of orbs you get before handing that in dictate sort of which ending you get. And there's about 3 or 4 different endings there. Dying is one way. What else? Yeah, it's all pretty much to do with a boss item. I can just walk around, Queeb. First Dane. Rating with a party of 192. Holy fuck, dude. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. Make that 290 viewers. What a massive raid. Thanks, dude. Welcome. Welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely day. Oh, you love lurking here? Well, it is a pleasure to have you here, my dude. Thank you. What were you up to this evening? So this is actually a decent one. Good start. I'm trying the no-hit challenge. I figured it would be time to earn it. Earn it myself. Very difficult challenge to do here in Noita. A20 Slay the Spire. Right on. Yeah, that's people ask me all the time, do I play Slay the Spire? And my response is always, one, I don't particularly like rogue like deck builders. I do love watching some high level play though. It's a very you get that what's the word? Vicarious feeling of both like a power fantasy because they're doing something that's very difficult to do, but gradually getting stronger and stronger as you go, and then pulling off really cool combos, showing off that massive brain you A20 Slay the Spires have. It's definitely something that I would potentially love to do, but yeah, it's not the game for me. I'm more of a watcher than a player. Flannel Violin, hello. Found me through SD89. Love SD. Love SD. That dude plays so many fucking games. Did he check out the new Dead Cells DLC? I'm pretty sure he did. Oh my god, that was really close. I should get rid of that. I don't know about a fungal shift. We have decent ones, so maybe I'll just stick with it. You got your first A20 win the other night. I just learned that, so I've started playing Risk of Rain, and I just learned that there's kind of an ascension system in that as well. Something else to work on, I guess. I don't know, man. Go. Oh, this is bad. I've released the hounds. Got him. Both? Just one, I'm not sure. Griftlands is fun. So the one thing about Griftlands that I didn't like, I love the storytelling, and I didn't actually mind the card-based combat. But what I didn't like was the alternate combat. What is it? You're arguing with someone and you have to put up a strong argument. I didn't like that at all. It's very difficult to understand, and even if you do understand it, I think I don't know, it was beyond me. I could do the regular fights, but when it came to arguing with someone, I almost exclusively lost. I did love the fact that you could rearrange your assets on the screen so that if you had your camera bottom right, for example, you could move that. Really cool accessibility feature. Very clever. Not many developers put that in their games. Heard that Undertale's combat's the best of it all. Okay. Okay, so how do I not take... Well, I hold the Thunderstone, of course. Let's do that. Get the Thunderstone again. Please don't get hit picking it up. Please don't get hit picking it up. Nearly set myself on fire again. You've got to go. We can make a pretty cool wand with this. Alright. Got some good stuff to make a first floor wand with. You think the fights are way harder than negotiation? You might be right. I might not have just understood that, but the fights I could handle. Yeah, negotiation, not so much. Casterly. Okay, so apparently you can kick this. Can I electrocute the box by being near it? Let's test that. How the hell is this done? Do I just... Oh, you just have to electrocute that. Got it. I solved the puzzle without anything else. That's dope. Fuck. Well, it was just a flask. It's okay. Right, so you just gotta... Yeah, you've just gotta zap it. Cool. I did it. I solved the puzzle. I was hoping for a really cool wand, but that's okay. How much have we got? We got 200 bucks. I do have the one situation kind of sorted. But if there is a decent spell or a wand that I want to buy, I won't be able to if there's also a perk that I want, so... Shit. Yeah, let's not stand over here. Speaking of card games, although this isn't a deck builder, I will be moving on to Ring of Pain after this. And we'll be activating the Twitch integration plugin. It's a Twitch plugin, so if you're on a browser or on mobile with the latest version of the app, apparently you can join in. You can draw enemies and items in the game. You got the extension working with iPad? You had to pass out? What was required to get that working, out of curiosity? You had to load it up on Safari specifically. It won't work on the Twitch app or on Chrome. That's fascinating. There you go. I take back what I said earlier. But if you have a stylus and you can get it to work, that would be cool. There's some really fucking good artists. Please don't replace enemies with pictures of my dog, though. I don't like that very much. Make all the enemies frogs? Well, there's frogs in the game as well, but they're all friendly. They're kind of like... How would you explain the frogs? Just like non-combatant enemies, I guess. Passive creatures, I suppose, would be another word. I only got 256 bucks, man. This is not a lot. I gotta get rid of this Thunderstone again. Too fucking risky to hold. Excuse me. Son of a... It's all good. Happy days. Let's call it good there, huh? Fuck. I didn't see him drop it. Sometimes when you attack that guy, you can hit him before, or he doesn't attack, or he doesn't throw a stick of dynamite. But this one apparently did. My bad. Bummer.